2. Yes, sir. 1 2 1 2. Think it's about that time. Yes, sir. I think it's about that time. Casey, what time is it?
It's game time.
Well, let's get this shit popping then, baby. Yes, sir. Welcome to Hood Stocks. Wait. What are we at? Tuesday?
Yeah,
Tuesday evening.
Wednesday.
Let's go. Let's go. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's go. Son, I see you. Run up them likes. Yes, sir. If you're feeling generous, go ahead and drop a super chat. We appreciate it too. Love and respect to everybody tapping in right now. I seen Sun right there. I see Nate Love. I see Notorious County 760. I see East Los Boyle Heights right here. I see Ron Blue Torta is in the building. Blessed by Angel is in the building. Yes. Out of San Diego, California, I want everybody to raise up off your futons and give it up for our guest this evening. Everyone, give it up for June, baby.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you for pulling up, man. You are, I love the get up, brother. I love the get up, man. The shirt, the whole chest is blasted up. Man, you got some work on you.
Thank you so much. I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Freddie Negrete for making this happen and Mr. Lucky yourself for having me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. You got some nice work. Did Freddie do all that work on you?
I have most of my San Diego on my stomach is actually from Mr. Negrete, and it's a collaboration with Dice One. Shout out to Dice One San Diego, Dice One Clothing. That's the one I got shirts for you from him. But yeah, so he did the original custom, and Mr. Negrete blessed me, and I got a lot of work from him right here. I got his autograph right here. Remember, you were kind of
that's dope, brother. Yeah. That's dope.
I gotta get Lucky Sun Tzu somewhere. Remember you told me?
That would be amazing, brother. Mm-hmm. So your that'd be your right chest, and we have the one and only. Go ahead and switch that camera. Put it on his camera.
We got the
okay. You can't see it.
Yeah, that's what
okay. We got the one and only. Who do we have right there?
El Chapo Guzman.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You want me to take it off?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Show that off, man. Shit, that is the shirt.
Yeah, I got the yeah, that is. I got all that. And this is by Jose Lopez, Mr. Jose Lopez, Lowrider Studios. I got my whole back done too.
Oh man, you doing it like that, bro?
Yeah.
Sheesh. You're Japanese, correct?
So this, Jun desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Did it sound like a samurai on steroids?
You sound great, brother.
Thank you.
You sound great, man, and you look great, man. And you got a lot of Mexican man legends tattooed on you.
Yes, sir. I got Ovidio Guzman.
Sinaloa right there. Oh.
Yeah, and I got Ivana Chivado.
Sheesh.
Yeah, shout out to all my tattoo artists that blessed me with their work. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Man, so I believe in your story you're going to share with us here on Hood Stocks.
Yeah, yo,
you guys are going to understand why this man is tatted up with the Mexicano culture, right? I mean, legends on you, bro.
Yeah, and I have legends on me and getting blessed by legendary artists. So, yeah. Where do we start? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, San Diego, California. My parents are immigrants from Japan, so we didn't really have money. Typical bowl cut, and I was wearing, very cheap clothes, and, I got bussed out to a more affluent school system, and there was a lot of bowling going on, you know, and yeah, like I was wearing shoes that were like 3 sizes bigger because my parents were like, "Hey, you're gonna grow into them anyway." So my nails kind of messed up because I was kind of like walking like this with my feet like this, you know. So, and I was getting teased. And one day, a Mexican American friend, Chicano homie, he stood up for me, and yeah, it's been on ever since. He just told the bully guy like, "Hey, leave him alone, or I'm gonna mess you up or something." And then he was just like, "Hey, you could start rolling with us." And yeah, ever since then, I started hanging out with mostly Chicanos, Mexican nationals as well. Yes.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. So, thank you to the, Hispanic Mexican community. Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. And you representing it well too. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, even your charm has got the Mexican. You got the colors. You got the flag on it.
Yeah, this is Jesus Malverde. I actually got you a pendant from Capilla de Malverde.
Yeah, open those gifts up,
Let's
Lucky.
see what we got right here, man. Ooh, I'm excited about gifts. I don't get gifts very often, bro.
Bring a gift. Don't ever go to someone's place empty-handed. That's Dice one.
Well, you a classy dude, bro.
Thank you, sir.
And you've been around off the top, right, Casey?
Yeah.
You can see this dude right here. Hey, pay attention, take some notes, little motherfuckers. Bro, this Dice One hat is dope.
Right?
Super dope.
I'm glad you like it.
Bro, I love it. I love it. Shout out to Dice One, man. Sheesh. And then I got right here. I got the two. You got me. Is this a Dice One?
Sure, too. It's LA. You could open it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to open it up if we got the time, right? We got the time,
Absolutely.
baby. I like the material too. The material feels really, really, really nice.
Damn, this shit's hard.
Sheesh. Dice One. In the back it says trademark Dice One, 86, your neighborhood supplier. Dice One, man. Thank you, brother. And you got, excuse me, sir. Throw this right here. Ooh, okay. What do we got right here?
Straight from Culiacan, Sinaloa. One's for Mr. Casey. So you could choose. Yeah, whatever. It's different artwork, so you could choose.
Yeah,
Okay.
choose whichever one you want, and then I'll take the other one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I
a
see.
saint. Yeah.
Yes, I'll take this one right here. I'll take the
Yeah,
Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so this is bam. Let me just throw it on just like that. And so where is this from again? I'm sorry.
Culiacan, Sinaloa.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody in Culiacan, Sinaloa. Aquí andamos.
Hey, a Japanese dude is about to teach me Spanish, dog. Imagine that, dog. Thank you so much, brother.
Of course.
And I got some goodies for you too as well, man. We got you a Hoodstocks hat, baby.
Thank you so much.
Gotta represent, my dog. Got a car.
Wow.
Freshener.
Yes, sir. Oh, and this is one of our best shirts right here. That's for you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
That's sick. Thank you so
June,
much.
baby. Shit. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So they don't. I don't think. I mean, they do. They do. Matter of fact, but we can get into that. Man. I want to give a big shout out to Miguel Romo for the $100, man. Thank you, man. That's love, man.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Anthony Cruz, my dog. Thank you so much, man. I don't care if it's $100 or if it's $3. We appreciate it the same. That's love, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Thank
you guys. And thank you for the gifts, brother. Man, you just came in here with a bang, baby. Came in here with a bang. So,
Super excited.
being dirt poor, man, having to wear shoes that are 3 sizes bigger. You were talking about having your toes just because you're trying to hold your feet into place, bro. Right? You don't want to be slipping and sliding, so you got to get the claws, put the claws down, you know? And,
Yes.
And being raised like that in a humble, humble beginning, right? A humble surrounding, man. And it makes a different person.
Yeah, I would like to apologize to my parents for disclosing so much. And, Japanese people were known for, trying to save face and honor. But I'm trying to be as transparent as possible to reach, certain people that, it might feel hopeless, but believe in God and it'll all work out.
Amen. And bro, you don't have to be just like I, because I know I asked you to, bro. Yeah. But you be casual about it. Be casual. Okay. You're good. This is all I really want to do. I just wanted to put it forward and just talk like I am. You see, it's getting mine. It's gonna get yours, bro. Okay. Yeah, you're good, brother. You're good, dog. How you feeling, man?
I'm honored. It's just amazing. I think you're amazing. What you've accomplished, right? And you took a bet on yourself and. You're inspirational as well. So I really like to be around people that's inspirational and give hope to other people. You post what you do and you're very transparent and nobody's perfect, but I think you're a very classy gentleman as well.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. And I want to applaud you for that. Just those kind words right there. And transparency has been key since day one starting this. I've always been a transparent person. I've always been an open book. I've always wore my heart on my sleeve. I've always shot from the hip or told you how I felt, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And at the same time, for the detriment of myself. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because people really don't like people like myself. I'd say a big percentage of people that live, this is just my experience. But as I move forward into my grown man life and doing right, you hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you why. Because when you're on drugs and you're on the streets and you're talking shit to these people, or you feel what I'm saying? Telling them how you really feel, they're just not it's not a surroundings for people that want to hear reality when we are trying to escape reality. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and that's all I mean by it, brother. I mean by it. You know what I mean? I know. And anyways, thank you once again for the compliment and for recognizing that, man. It's important. Sometimes people are quick to point out. You know what I mean? Other things opposed to the better side of one individual's being, right? So let's get into your story, brother. And I like the way you kicked it off. You kicked it off right away. You said Mexicanos basically took you in. Nationals and Chicanos, they took you in, man.
Correct.
Yes. And since then, you have been invited to all the carne asadas.
Thank you so much.
I mean,
yes.
Is that safe to say?
Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm coming in from a Japanese perspective, right? So I've noticed, for example, the homies, like the cholos, right? They would still be at the carne asada. I'm looking at it from Japanese, oh my God, Japanese people are so, it's like going to a job interview and being like that 24 hours, right? So it's can you imagine? That's why they're fucking robots. Excuse my language, but over there, they're just, it's stressful being Japanese. You always have to have this face, right? And oh
wait, are you saying in the Japanese culture?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when I get invited to the carne asadas, at first it's kind of I felt like a stray dog because I don't really know how to conduct myself, and I'm just thanks for having me here, and I'm just kind of studying what's going on, right? The family dynamics and things of that nature, and yeah, they always welcomed me, and I would appreciate that. Yeah. So
when did you learn? You speak Spanish fluently?
Yes.
When did you learn how to speak Spanish fluently?
It's just it takes a long time to master Spanish, and so I grew up around a lot of homies, so they would just be like, hey, where's the frajo at or something, And I was speaking like that when I went to Mexico, and they were like, hey.
That's not real Spanish.
That's not real Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just
what do they call it, pocho slang or something?
Yeah, and then even in Culiacan, they have their way of talking too, right? So I'm I don't even know what the heck you're saying, right? And they would just be patient with me, and if you're around an environment for long enough, you start learning, right? You know what I mean? So just throughout the years.
Yes.
Yes.
And you made a huge effort to learn because it seems like you kind of fell in love with the culture.
Yes. That's a huge part. I believe in love, and there's no fear in love. And yes, I get a lot of respect from Mexicans in Mexico because they're like, hey, ¿cómo aprendiste español, güey? And they just trip the fuck out, you know? Excuse me. And
Yeah,
they trip
you're
out.
good with the language here, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they trip out, and it's just like a gift that I received from the motherland of Mexico, right? Like everybody's just so nice to me and just teaching me. And then I lost my virginity to a Mexican, and you know how that goes. Like it's, she would say stuff like "dame tu leche," and I was like, what does she want milk for? But it's like.
You're a fool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so, I just
I get it.
yeah, so it's just like learning the ropes throughout the years. I guess that's how nobody speaks English like that in Culiacan, Sinaloa. So
Yeah.
it's like I have to learn or I'm not gonna go anywhere,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So,
You gotta survive, man.
yeah, and then like
But you want to survive because you're out. You're there because you want to be there. You're not freaking held by your. You know what I mean? Like.
But
no,
sorry, but as we know, that's not your first rodeo in Mexico, right?
yeah. So when I was 18, my parents were like, "This kid is out of control." I was kicked out. So but I already had homies everywhere, so I was just like couch surfing, as they say in America, right? Couch surfing.
Yeah.
And I went to Tijuana because when you're 18, you could drink down there. So one day I go to Hong Kong, the whorehouse, and I just saw this amazing woman, and I was just like, man, I just fell in love, right? And then we just kicked it off, and then I just started living down there. And back in the day, you could live in the hotels. No, it's not like right now where if you're a guy, you can go in. They don't let you in, But yeah, I just started living there, and she would give me money, be like, I have to go to work, honey. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I going to do all day,
So you're living with her.
Yeah.
She's your chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she is,
Now she is.
Yeah.
But she's still gonna go to work to Hong Kong and do her thing.
Yeah, shout out to all the cariñosas doing their thing,
You're a fool, bro. Let's go, man. Hey, so you made different, bro. You cool with that? You good with
No,
that?
I wasn't at first.
But you were so in love with her that you were like, oh, mad that you're leaving, but damn, that pussy is good.
No. out of sight, out of mind, I guess. So, at this time, I'm like already intoxicated 24 hours. Like, living that revolution, no, Calle Coahuila.
Yeah.
In Calle Paraditas, right? It's not like it's not like how it is now, right? They didn't have metal detectors, and Hong Kong is like way bigger now, right? So it was kind of a little bit different, but yeah, I was intoxicated all the time. So when people are intoxicated, they're not thinking clear. So I'm not even thinking about stuff like that. I'm just like, man, I got money. And then, no.
And she was giving you the money.
Yeah, and then I would just like call up the homies, be like, hey, come through. Like, I got money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and my homies would drive down and come to TJ, and then we're just drinking from the moment we wake up to, it's like alcohol, right? Just like I'm stuck in a cycle, like alcohol,
Periques, alcohol, periques.
Yeah.
Chinese food at the Hong Kong.
Yeah. But yeah, just like all day, like repetitive, like, Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro.
That's why I got Hong Kong tatted on me right here.
Oh, he does, man. This dude, man, is something special, man. They don't, man, you one of a kind, brother.
I mean, I'm kind of embarrassed to say that, but I'm trying to be, transparent. But yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. But yeah.
How was that relationship with her?
Oh, that's a great question. She was one of the most amazing people. Like, for example, like I had no money. So she, like, in Mexico, it's like machista culture, right? So she'd be like, hey, let's go get some sushi or let's go to a restaurant. And I didn't have money. I was like, man, I don't have money. I can't take you out. She would slide me money and tell me, hey, you pay for it. You pay the tab so you can, save face. You can look like a man still.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
She a real one.
She a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her already, bro.
Yeah. And then like, we would just walk around the streets and, my homie was like, dude, like she's dressing crazy, right? Like very provocative, And then we're just walking like Revolucion or whatever. And then you would hear like slick remarks by like, people like, hey, no mames way, like, and then she would be like, what? Like, just like straight, she boxed, so she was
gangster.
She's G,
Yeah.
My man, look where she's coming from, Guerrero, Acapulco. That's like straight
Yeah.
active over there. So,
Yeah.
Mexico's a whole different ball game. They're not scared of, they're respect,
How did you pull her, bro? Why, out of all the dudes that go in there, you pulled her. She
I think it's just treating another human being with respect and not being judgmental and empathy. And I think that maybe, I don't know. I really don't know.
But how do you bag, like, let's just say a stripper or something? You haven't seen her multiple times,
It's
right?
not an uncommon thing to do, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
But let's think of it's a Japanese dude in Tijuana. This is a strip club that's known that if you got an X amount of dollars, you can get yourself, a little extra besides a lap dance and whatever food they're serving, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I was just.
Maybe you weren't just no. There's a lot of Asian dudes, Japanese dudes in San Diego that go to fucking TJ, right?
Well, there's not a lot of Japanese people, period, right? Because
okay, in San Diego, I don't know.
yeah,
You
in
tell
San
me.
Diego, there's not.
Okay.
Yeah, there's really not.
Okay.
So like, Japan's such a fully developed country. Like, they don't really come here seeking for like employment. You know what I mean? Because they got money over there.
Got you.
Yeah, everybody's comfortable over there. It's not like really money, but everybody has enough money to be like comfortable. You're not living on the street per se, right?
Yeah. Is it a democracy out there?
Yes, correct.
And opposed to China,
Yeah.
which is dictatorship, right?
I really don't know.
Oh, you don't want to say that?
No, I really don't know. No, I
Okay.
really don't know.
Well, it just seems like that.
Yeah, I just hang out with the raza so many, you know what I mean? So I just know like
Yeah.
what I know.
No, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But we watch the news, right?
I really don't.
Okay. Well, good for you.
He
bro,
watches
'cause
Mexico
it's
news.
It's not necessarily you watch Mexico news. That's right.
No, I
not even Mexican news.
I don't watch that at all. Yeah, I'm just focused on my own thing, But I watch your show.
But that's interesting because we're going to get into how educated you are, but you're a professor, you're an educated man. Mm-hmm. But for some reason you stay away from news. Why is that?
I think people just focus on the wrong things. Like, there's a lot of hatred going on right now, right? But it's just like when you're driving and you see someone's garage, if it's open, it's just full of shit, right? So it's like, why don't you just stop buying a whole bunch of shit you don't need and stop blaming other people? Just like, it's really up to us to change ourselves, right? It's not like everybody's just blaming other people, right? So I don't know, I just stay away from it. For example, I don't watch the news because Culiacan is infamous, right? Ivy League of crime, pretty much, right?
Yes.
So imagine the first time I went there, I was shitting bricks. But, because they portray it in a certain way, right? But I love Culiacan. It's like, I love it. So
you drove yourself there.
No, I flew over there.
You flew over there.
Yeah.
By choice.
Yes.
Why?
So this is funny. This is where Mr. Negrete comes in. I met a girl, and she's like, "Oh, I actually grew up in San Gabriel." Hey, shout out to everybody from San Gabriel. You already know. And she was like, "Yeah, I used to, hang out and be at Smith Park, right?" And so I already know Mr. Negrete at this point. So I just make a phone call, do my background check, like, "Hey, this Jaina." You know what I mean? And they were like, yeah, she's good to go. So she was originally from Culiacan,
Okay.
So she's like, let's go back because she can't cross to the U.S. Something happened with her.
Yeah.
And so her dad took them, I can't say too much, but yeah, she's over there. So she can't cross this side. So I was just like, fuck, okay, let's do it. And I just went over there. And living on a prayer, just showed up in Culiacan. Here I am,
And did you fall in love with it?
With her?
Well, did you fall in love with the area of Mexico, Culiacan?
Yeah,
Culiacan.
it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
Mexico saved my life. And so they would invite me to like carne asadas or to the rancho per se. We would do our thing, right? And I went over there, and the first thing I do is go to a shopping mall, buy myself some Jordans and a Chicago Bulls jersey, right? And I'm looking like a stupid dumbass in the rancho, and everybody's just like looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy wearing? Like, that's when I knew I had a problem, like a consumer problem,
Yes.
right? So I'm always trying to fill the void with purchasing things.
Yes.
And in Culiacan, like, try looking nice in the rancho, you're gonna get dirty. So it's just like, it's not even about that. It's all about family. You know, you got to really enjoy the other person's company, right? Because there's really nothing much to do. There's no theme parks. You know, there's really nothing too much to do, you know, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but there's other things to do.
Yeah.
There's other things to do.
Enjoy time with, well, Culiacan's not a tourist city, right? But
yeah, but you're in the country, right? You got farms, you got, you know, the ranchos, right?
yeah, but it's like there's city aspects too.
Okay.
But like, for example, like Ardines de Umayas, the narco graveyard, like that's amazing. Like that was mind blowing.
You know what? And I'm glad that you circled back to, because you made the point 2 times already in regards to. I asked you about the news, and I don't know, for some reason you said something like the people that are focused on the wrong things in life. You said, have you ever passed by someone's garage and you've seen him with a bunch of shit in there, and he's still unhappy? I think that was kind of a point you were trying to make.
Correct.
Okay, so you're a minimalist, right? You know, we don't need all these material fucking things.
No, we don't. And so,
did you learn that out there in Mexico in these rural areas?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was like, wow, my computer skills have no, you know, they don't work out here, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's, because I would see, like, you know, the friends that I met, like, they would just start fires, like, with a motorcycle type of stuff. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. That's pretty cool, you know? And I'm just, like, pretty much useless. Like, you know, I could just give you some, like, Excel formulas, you know, on spreadsheets or something. But, like, you know, like, I was like, this is a different, like, kind of, like, ball game, you know?
Yeah, well, you need different survival skills out there, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's educated people out there too. You know, there's like accounting firms that I'm like, you know, I'm aware of, right? And I saw it. So it's like that red car theory. It's just like if you say, "Hey, Mr. Lucky, if you leave the house and for every red car that you see, I'm gonna give you $100." You're gonna be looking all day for red cars, right? So me being, you know, acclimated with accounting, I would see these firms, right? And I would just be like, oh, wow, I can't believe that firm's here. So, you know, just, yeah, it's like there's a lot of, you know, educated people there as well.
Yes, sir. Casey, I think we kind of, you heard a little bit of how we were going to move, and I think we jumped way ahead, right?
We jumped ahead. I think we should get back into maybe how TJ was, right? And how you met some homies that, you know, were in California that ended up there, and how you left TJ.
Okay. Yes.
What age are you at this time?
18.
18 years old.
Yeah.
You decided to go to TJ. Was this during the time with the
the hooker?
The hooker?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to call her a hooker. I wanted to call
Cariñosa.
her your girlfriend.
Yeah, cariñosa. Yes. Excuse me.
Okay. So this is when you moved to TJ. You're living under basically her wing. She's taking care of you. You're living the life, inviting the homies on over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to give a shout out to all the homies, you know, always looking out for me. You know, I'm very blessed for that. So, you know, me being raised, you know, in a certain part of San Diego, Linda Vista, shout out to Linda Vista right there. But, you know, I would hear stories of, like, you know, the older homies coming back from prison. They would be like, yeah, I was locked up with such and such, right?
Yeah.
And I would remember, like, certain neighborhoods or, you know, right? I would hear that.
Yeah.
So it's like input, it's like ingrained in my mind, right?
Yeah.
And when I was down there, I would see all the deported people, and I would meet people from Los Angeles County, you know, like Florencia, you know, different neighborhoods.
Yes, sir.
And at the time, a lot of the bouncers, they're all deportados, you know. So, you know, they see me. I'm bald headed at this time, you know. Mm-hmm. I got a tattoo on my neck at that time, you know. Like I started getting tattoos, right? And they recognized me, right? I got Cortezes on, right?
Yeah.
So they would always look out for me. Like I would go to like Las Pulgas, and you know the bouncer at the time. I remember this part. He's like, "Hey, bro, you don't want to go in looking like that." You know what I mean? Like they got them, you know, the other type of people. They don't like fucking homies, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, "Thanks for that," and I would just be like, "Maybe some other time," and yeah, and
well, I mean, bro, but check it out, big dog. It's dangerous right there, right? Like for a person like yourself, anybody. Right, that's not an outsider in a sense, right?
Yeah,
it's dangerous, right?
I mean, everybody's watching you, you know.
Why are you doing this?
I guess I don't know. I'm just just explore things, I guess, you know.
Is that what you consider? Yeah, because a lot of people do that, brother. Is that kind of like your thought process? Like, man, this is cool, man. Fuck it, let's go. I love the culture, you know what I mean? I want to see what the fuck's going on right here.
Yeah, and another thing is I try to practice like radical empiricism, where I don't like to, you know, it's like citations, right? Like, what's your source? Primary source, secondary source. Everybody just hears something, right? I like to go find out for myself. You know, like for example, like something happens in the neighborhood, right? And some chismoso, mitote motherfucker, oh, hey, Joe, did you hear what happened on this street? And I was like, no, what happened? You know, and he would tell me like a whole bunch of like, you know, like some shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I was right there, motherfucker. Like, but I'm just letting this guy talk, right? I'm just like, you know, so it's like, that's like that mentality like most people have, right? They would just, like, where did you come up with this stuff? Like, I know you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna go to TJ. I want to go check it out myself.
Yeah.
And then I just met the chick, and
bro, you're a fucking fool, bro. The way you, the analogy that you gave on that, bro, was classic, man. I love it. So you go to TJ, man. That's why you went to TJ. Okay. You wanted to check it out yourself. Fuck the fucking, you know. And so now, huh?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It seemed like great stories coming out of there. I would want to go as well, you know?
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, and you know, just. It's cheap back in the day. There's this club called Coco Bongo. You already know if you go to TJ Coco Bongo, they used to have this thing where you pay, I think it was like $15, and it's an open bar. They don't have that anymore, but
Damn.
yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah.
You know, so I would just be like partying and, you know, so school really came easy to me, right? So, you know, my friends would be like, damn, how do you get straight A's, like, with a binder? Like, I just go with a little flip-flop holder, you know?
The binder.
Yeah, like you know, so...
How do you get straight A's with a binder, motherfucker? Come on, man. Bro, there's a lot of comedic value to that right there, dog.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just spent a lot of time in Tijuana, and... yeah, it was crazy. I don't even. That's why I believe in God. I don't even know how I made it out of that, you know, that kind of environment, you know.
So school was fucking cake, bro. You hear it one time and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what I would do is like, you know, when you go to college, they would have like attendance would be weighted at 5%, homework is 20, exams are like 60. So I would already calculate that in my head, right? And I think back in the day, you had to show up for 2 weeks before they dropped you. So I would just go for 2 weeks, and then I would never show up, and I would just go to school, the library, and I would just start doing the homework in like one day. I would just finish the whole semester in one day, and then I would never show up to class. And then like when there's an exam, I would just show up. You know what I mean? Because I already know that the attendance doesn't really matter because it's only like 5%. So why would I even stay in class? I don't know if I should be saying this, but yeah, I never just showed up. I just showed up during exam time.
Wow, that makes sense. Hey,
Bro,
that's smart.
You're fucking. I mean, are you genius? Right?
No, I'm not a genius. It's just, yeah, I guess.
You figured it out.
No, I was a nerd, you know, like, you know, I was like, I had Pokemon cards, and it's not as easy to get Pokemon cards back in the day. You know, Japanese ones, you know, while the homies are slinging dope, I'm slinging like Pokemon cards, you know what I mean?
I want to give a big shout out to my dog, Chris Carpenter, man. We went through IBW Local 11, 5 years of grueling fucking math, bro. You know what I mean? I was counting on my fingers before I got in this apprenticeship program through the electrical union out here in Los Angeles, man. And I want to just share this, and I've shared this before, bro. But Chris Carpenter, he tripped me the fuck out. He's a good friend of mine to this day, man. But he was my schoolmate. And I'll be like, damn, bro, you got that already? And he's like, yeah, you know. He goes, I just got to hear it one time. He goes, what do you need help with? And I was just like, damn, I don't really understand this part because there's a lot of formulas and shit in this electrical apprenticeship. I'm sorry. And so it was just crazy because I was just like, man, like some people got to work really, really hard, and some people like you and my boy Chris Carpenter, pop, just like that. So I would ask him what I'm going to ask you. I've asked him what I'm going to ask you right now. Who do you get that from? Does it run on both sides of your family, your moms and pops?
First one to finish college in my family.
Wow, well, congratulations on that, bro. Are your family proud of you?
I hope so. My parents, Japanese people are very stoic, right? They don't really show emotions. I didn't even go to my own graduation, like college graduation.
Wait, you didn't go?
No, my parents didn't go either.
Okay.
Yeah, but
did they have things going on that day? Maybe. You know what I mean?
No, they're just kind
Clean
of
the
like
house or something more important.
no, they just have high expectations. Like, you speak English, motherfucker. Like, that's normal. But they don't. But it's just like I feel like it's like egotistical kind of mentality on my parents' part. So the reason why I went so hard with school is because, dang, my dad, he wasn't wealthy as well, right? But he has a lot of siblings, and they all, his sisters all married these dentists, property developers, et cetera, and married into wealth, pretty much, right? And then it was just always indirect things like, oh, your cousin is going to med school or some shit like that. I was just like, man, I'm sick of hearing this shit, So
Yeah.
I'm gonna show, hey, I'm gonna bring the honor to our last name. I'm gonna fucking gang banging on them books.
Let's go, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So
I love that, brother. Yeah.
yeah, can you imagine? I'm waking up thinking about honor all day long.
And that's what you were doing?
Yeah, you're just going to school, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna, because in Japan, right, it's like this, you're either gonna be a doctor, lawyer, an accountant, right?
Or a samurai, right? No? Bad joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I got 2 more bad jokes coming, but I'll save them for later, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, is that not a thing no more?
No, it's
Well,
it's been out.
sushi chef, come on.
Sushi said?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Irashaimase. Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means welcome. It's like pásale, pásale.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
So I always had studies. Like it's like kind of like family obligations, right? And I always wanted to, do that, but it's like, I don't know, just like Johnny Chang, Mr. Johnny Chang said,
Sheesh, my dog. Let's go.
yeah, great episodes. Go check that episodes out, gems. But yeah, it's just like you're preordained, right? Your destiny from your parents. Your parents are like, no, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, But then I just got there and I was just like, all right, I got the proof to talk about it. Like I did it. I went through the process, So it's just like, it's not me like being a college dropout and talking shit, right? I actually did it, And then I was just like, man, it ain't like what it seems, My parents just held. That's why like, don't pedestalize people. I guess you could be like inspirational, thank you, but like I feel like my parents were just pedestalizing these career paths, like doctor. Oh my god, like yeah, doctors are amazing, but not everybody's meant to be a doctor. Some people want to go to TJ and hang out with hookers and shit. That was a joke. Sorry.
Let's go.
That was
man.
inappropriate.
It was a good joke. And it was actually a part of your life. So let's get back to that part of your life, you know what I mean? Of being in TJ. We talked about what got you over there. You said, fuck it, I'm tired of hearing about it. Let me go and see what it's really about, And then you get into that club and the homie's just like, hey, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit, you don't want to go in there dressed like that, And obviously you're respecting the land, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you ain't going to be dumb. Like, what do you mean? Let me go check this shit out. Like, that's dumb as fuck to be doing that out there, right?
Yeah, but I've been there. I've been inside. I've been everywhere in TJ. But
No,
yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, but it's like a TPO, time, place, occasion. Okay, if I'm gonna go to this club, I'm gonna come respectfully. I'm gonna come well dressed and, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, just the occasion. Just
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Absolutely. And so how did the relationship go with the prostitute? How long did it last?
Like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was with her for a long time.
Did you quit? Did you stop her from working at Hong Kong
No, she was working there.
the whole time?
Yeah, because I don't have no money.
And you got kind of like adapted to that life in a sense of just like, it started like, fuck it is what it is, and I'm living good.
Living that stay-at-home fucking husband life,
Yeah,
huh?
stay-at-home dad. I don't have kids. I'm just joking. Stay-at-home. Yeah, husband. Yeah.
Did the pussy ever get looser towards the second year? You know what I mean? Was it just like, damn, this shit's just getting looser and looser, and then by the time you left her, you're like, man, that shit is blown the fuck out. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah? It was blown out?
No, it wasn't. I was fine.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you left at a good time then, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's sad. I mean we joke about it, but like
The pussy?
no, the that lifestyle.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I remember like she would get drunk, really drunk, and she would start crying, like talking about like, damn, I'm a prostitute. Like you deserve better than like. So it's like a lot of self-negative talk, right?
Would you console her and then get a blowjob?
Yeah, mandatory.
No, just fucking go ahead, bro. My bad, bro. Go ahead. It's all right. It's all right. And then all of a sudden you get a hard on, and she's like, "Oh shit, this motherfucker."
Time to work.
Time to work. I'm working even on my day off. Fucking crazy. Asian man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, and then
No, it's sad because you're around her at her darkest, and I apologize for making a joke out of that, guys. It's not cool, but you know how we do the hood stocks. You know what I mean? Everybody can get it. But you have this relationship with her, and you have this actual love for her, and I'm gonna throw it over to you right now. But you're there at her darkest times where she's just like down on what the fuck she's doing with her life, and then there you are right there, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, and another thing is like, it didn't just end with her. Like, I just got so used to that lifestyle.
Yeah, you started dating her friends?
You got it. Well, yeah, just like, but then it just like, yeah, I even have her lips tatted on my neck right there,
Damn, those look like some good dick-sucking lips. Bam!
Hey, buddy, I like this.
That's my last joke, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Or bad thing to say.
Yeah, so this I'll talk about it more like later in the story, but I'm really like, money is psychological. So, like I would hear the same things. Oh, I'm just doing this because I want to open up my own business, right? But then once I started getting, educated and I started working in the field, right? I was like, it's all an illusion. Like, you don't have any business acumen. You don't have any education. You hear that all the time, but just like, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. They're just stuck there. So it's like they're on a treadmill, right? But they don't go anywhere.
Yes.
It's an illusion.
And what is who is giving this illusion? I'm sorry. Are you speaking in general? Are you speaking as the prostitution? The prostitute?
No, in general, like these women would talk about why they would try to rationalize, I think.
Okay, why they're doing what they're doing, because I'm trying to get here. But technically, they're not going nowhere. Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because they're addicted to the lifestyle, bro.
Yeah.
It's such easy money.
Yeah.
It's like drugs, selling drugs. They selling the pussy and titties and all that good shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. But since they don't have any financial literacy, they don't understand money.
How does it? Yeah, no, 100%. No, yeah, no financial literacy, so they're just fucking spending it, so they can never get themselves in a position to get what they really want because of what you said.
Yeah, and they don't have business plans, and as you were saying.
But I need to know the lifestyle of how you're living for 2 years, bro, with this fucking badass Hong Kong prostitute. I mean, if she come home and you're just there in a fur coat with your dick hanging out, bro, like, what's really the life, dog?
No, I was wearing a white tee, right? Cortezes, bald head, and some Lokes. That's my dress code at the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Did you start feeling like a pimp?
No, I never even, because I was just like, I never felt like that.
You never felt like that. So did you love her?
Yeah.
How, like, what kind of love can you provide for that type of you feel me, like that relationship? Like, is it real love?
I don't know. That's a great question. Obviously not, because I'm not with her anymore, right?
Well, no, because bro, I say it was real love, bro.
You think so?
Well, I've been in similar situations, bro, and it was real love, bro. But you understood it.
Yeah, I understood it. Yeah,
I understood it.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, those are the realest ones, and I'll say this: they're the realest ones because there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
These females, there's nothing to fucking hide, bro.
Yeah.
Casey, have you ever been with a female that was kind of like in that market?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, these females, bro, are the most realest females you ever meet in your life. They're your best friend. They got you no matter what, bro. They're your lover. They're your partner. They're every single thing you can think of, bro. You know what I mean? Because you are giving... You are accepting them for what they doing, so they got you no matter what, bro.
Yeah.
The love is crazy, bro.
Damn.
And so you're just like, damn, man, all right, fuck, man. She making this shit real hard for me. And then it's human nature, out of amount of time, you're gonna develop feelings, bro.
Yes, sir. And so, damn, that's crazy. You understand it. So, I'm going to college at this time, right? So I'm trying to, fulfill. So it's like living two lives pretty much, right? So I have family obligations, so I go to college still, right? So, but it's like, it was hard for me to kind of like adjust into college life because I'm living all this crazy stuff, right? So, yeah, and then I had to break it off with, like, I had to dedicate myself, right? I get transfer into a university. I was at a community college, and then I transferred into a major university.
And this is all in San Diego?
Yes, sir, correct.
While living in TJ.
Yes, but I had to break it off with her because something happened in the neighborhood too, and I was just like, what am I doing with my life,
It got real?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was just like, what am I doing with myself, you know? And then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. I didn't think I was gonna get transferred. Like, I don't know anything about college. My parents didn't go to college, so I'm always at this counselor's office asking questions, and nobody can guide me, right? And then the homies that I'm hanging out with, nobody went to college. You know, you know what I mean? So
You
like,
even finished high school.
yeah. So I transfer, and then like you said, once you taste that forbidden love,
Yes.
it's like chasing a dragon. I'm always looking for it. So I would try to date like normal girls, but I think they were like, "Damn, this guy's crazy." You know, I mean, like a campus, you know, like a university campus, and
Yeah, you know on the campus as the freak. Because the girl done turned you out to all kinds of crazy shit.
that's true.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that
like,
too.
Sex is different, right?
Yeah, the sex is different, but not just like sexually, but like you said, she's down, like ride or die type of girl. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, you know, a lot of people, they're just bound by societal rules or societal, like, you know, like they have to keep this mask,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, man, like,
This shit's fake as fuck.
yeah, yes.
And I'm over here living on the fucking real side of fucking life, which is in TJ, and then you cross over to the fake world where everyone's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, hello, you know?
My name is June.
Yeah, just like that. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was too fake for me.
Yeah.
But it would just be like, I would have to, you know, like have like two masks. Okay, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna, you know, I learned how to like present myself and be normal, you know? And then, like you said, but at the time, like I'm so used to that kind of love, like dating normal chicks, it was just like, I can't, this is fucking boring.
Yeah.
So I would always like end up with girls from like, you know, that type of background still. I would always just go back to it.
Yeah.
That's how I have so much experience with, you know, women like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I know the whole, like, for example, I don't need to pay for nothing. I already know the get down. You know what I mean? Hey, like, mal querida, you already know what's up with that. Like, I already know the, you know, the routine.
Yeah.
So I ain't no trick, you know? Like, I already know, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess, like, yeah, that's pretty much it with my,
You're a professional.
and
Remember when Man on Fire, fucking what's his name? Oh,
Denzel?
Yeah, Denzel Washington, and everybody that he killed, all the fools would say, "Hey, I'm a professional." He goes, "Yeah, I keep on hearing that." You know, I would say you're more of the Denzel Washington, not these dudes that are getting killed. But anyways, in a different style though, right? Of course. So, bro, so were you living in TJ and crossing over to go to school?
yes, sir.
How hard is that to do, or how easy is that to do?
So as everybody, I don't know if you've ever been to TJ recently, it's crazy now. The lines are just ridiculous, right? Like you would have to wait hours.
So you can't do that no more.
Yeah, because of the time probably issue, right? But back in the day, like it wasn't strict. You could just be like, U.S. All right, get the fuck out of here. Like you could just cross like that. It was just there's no waiting time.
Yeah.
But now it's just so hard to get back because I think it's just so long, you know. It just the line. It's ridiculous.
A lot of restrictions.
Yeah, it's too much.
But they said that you know, put us up on exactly what you said earlier about we hear this and that and that. Well, you know, you know from firsthand experience of this question that I'm going to ask you. So they said the past 4 years with Biden in the administration, they said the border was open. Was the border open?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It was still
Gridlock. It was hard to get in and out. Strict.
yeah, secondary. You know, it was,
What does that mean?
So, shout out to my homie with so he looks just suspicious, I guess. He has the whole dome tat, and I think it looks great. I love it, but the border patrol would be like, look at him. Okay, secondary inspection. So they would take him to a different room, and they would just start asking him questions.
Okay, yeah.
So they would treat him like a criminal
For the
right?
processing.
Yeah. So it's like nothing's really changed.
Okay.
So yeah.
So while we're on this this little bit of subject, before we move further into your journey in life, how do you feel about with the deportations that are going on right now with Trump and the administration now, his new administration, what they're implementing, mass deportation?
Yeah, I don't really like that, but I don't really watch the news, so I'm not really aware. But
Okay.
like
Yeah,
I
you
said,
said that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing that I talk about is everybody just focused and blaming the wrong thing. It just stop buying shit that you don't need. Maybe you'll have money. Maybe
Yeah.
you should stop drinking freaking alcohol. Maybe you should quit all the vices.
Let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase the question. How do you feel about individuals that come from Mexico, and there's other people that are crossing through Mexico, but we're gonna just talk about Mexicans, right? How do you feel about and I guess I hate to say, but this is what they're labeled as illegal immigrants in California, you know, and it seems like some of them are getting snatched up, you know, and they say they're going to snatch up the criminals, but it seems like they're snatching up some.
I could clear that up for you.
Can you?
So there was a press conference today where the White House, I guess, press secretary was talking, and they asked her questions. Well, it seems that a news organization asked the question. It seems that they're also deporting non-criminal illegal immigrants, right? And she basically put it clear is that ICE has deemed, and their administration has deemed, that once you cross the border illegally, that is a crime. So you may not be a violent criminal, but you have broke federal law. So technically,
By crossing the border.
By crossing, so
No, 100%.
So yeah, they're going for all of them.
Well, they're going for all of
They
them
said,
now.
of course, we want the rapists and all of them to get out of the American communities first. But you know, if we run into whichever illegal immigrants, they still
broke the law.
They still broke the law, so
Yeah.
they're still going.
June, let's take a quick break. June, if you got to use the restroom, use the restroom. I'm going to pay some bills real quick.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
No, you're good, bro. Hey, my dogs, here we go, man. This is a banger right here, bro. Man, there should be at least 1,000 people in the chat, but it's okay, man.
We have to break this into 2 parts.
Might have to break this in 2 parts?
Yeah, for real.
I don't even know if he's got the time for
Yeah,
2
no,
parts.
it's all good, man.
Yeah, I don't, because he's in San Diego. And Casey, the Hood Stocks Information Minister. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know what's crazy is I watched what Casey watched today, because you know what I did today, guys? Let me see. Oh, yeah, let me go this way. What I did today, guys, is I called up Spectrum, and I said, Spectrum, take off the CNN and put Fox News. Let's wait, Dr. Evil. Come on, baby. Come on, let's pay some bills real quick. Hey.
Turn my mic on.
Oh, is your mic off? Oh, that's the guest. I left it. Okay, there you go. Casey, you good?
Yep.
Okay, here we go right here. Baba, let's go. Hey. Shockaware is more than streetwear, it's culture, lifestyle of individuality and self-expression through clothes. I want you guys to go to shockaware.com, use Hoodstocks15, that's going to get you 15% off. Looking for some good quality cannabis? I mean, quality cannabis. Hit the folks at Killakushcali. They specialize in bringing you best quality from
OG's Too Exotic, let me tell you, they got it all, baby.
And I want you to hit them up at Killakushcali@gmail.com, or you can pull up on them in the city of Whittier at Drip Fits Apparel. All right, and that address is 13800 Leffingwell Road. Hey, calling our bakers and chef, upgrade your kitchen, Origin Bakery. Upgrade your kitchen with Origin Bakery and Restaurant Equipment. Top quality oven, mixers, and more at unbeatable prices. Perfect for your next culinary experience. All right, I want you guys to visit Origin today in South Omani, or check them out online, Origin Bakery Equipment, and their phone number is 626-579-3580. Hey, we're also sponsored by Kush Connect. Kush Connect is a delivery service that will take it to you anytime, anywhere, okay? Call them right now for that delivery service. And mention Hoodstocks. Get the hookup, homie. 747-213-0704. Hey, you ready to raise up and get about that busted up apartment? Shit, I am. Hey, this is your guy right here. I mean, this is my guy, and he can help you out. His name is Andrew. For free, call him up, and he will let you know if you qualify to get into your dream home or your dream shack. It's probably better than the apartment, right? And that phone number is 626-825-6565. Hey, you ready for that gold chain? It's motherfucking tax season, baby. It's time to get yourself a fat one, you know what I mean? And get ready to call up D. Leo the Jeweler, all right, for a gold chain. You know, anything custom jewelry. The dude he's designed, he's done all the Hoodstocks chains, all right? And his phone number is 323-899-0001. He lives in downtown LA. He lives in a lot. He lives in the jewelry district. Bro, this is the plug. Let me give you his number one more time, matter of fact. His number is 323-899-0001. All right, peep game. You ready for man's best friend? And I'm not talking about Casey either, all right? I'm talking about Rottweiler Mafia, the best Rottweiler breeder in the United States. Hey, I want you to call today and place an order for a puppy. The phone number is 424-666-9929. Hey, criminal defense attorney, you need a criminal defense attorney? You can use our guy, Doug Sherrod. And his hookup is...
KingKongLawyer.com. I'm telling you guys, KingKongLawyer.com.
Yes, and we got right here, we are also sponsored by my dog, Ozempic Vince. Ozempic Vince, man, is got the plugs. You want to get skinny? You want to lose weight? Okay. You want some peptides? We got Ozempic, Moonjarl, and their own proper hey, man, I just want you guys to lose weight. Call this number, 714-269-1900. I got to fix that right there, and I apologize, Vince, if you're watching right now, but I will fix that, sir. Let me put this over here real quick. But, hey, we're back right now with June, baby, June. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yeah, we good. Let me put this right here.
I need that Ozempic number. I need to get rid of this panza nocha, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. He'll take care of you if you're serious, bro. I mean, it's something that everybody's doing.
I'm just kidding. I like to earn mine.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Do you work out?
Try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, yeah, okay. Let's move forward into your story, sir, your journey. So we're in TJ. You break up with the 2-year relationship. How did and you said you got addicted to the lifestyle, so you kept dating the same circuit of females.
Yes, and back in the day, you would have to go to like a liquor store and get like a card, like a calling card. It's not like right now where you could just call, like WhatsApp it, right? So you would always have to go get like a card, and you can't just make a direct call over there. You would have to go through like a third party and get like a card,
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's kind of easier to kind of like be like, oh, I don't want to talk to her. Like I felt bad, but it's just like she can never get a hold of me, right? Because she can't call me or because it's harder to get in contact.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So
So you got lost. You ghosted her.
Hey, voy por cigarros. You know what I mean? Never came back.
Was she looking for you?
I don't know.
You don't know to this day?
Yeah.
If she's watching right now, what would you, and you wanted to tell her something, what would you say?
Thank you for everything. I apologize the way it ended, and I hope you are living a great life, and God bless you.
Amen. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes we do that, bro. I had this chick right here one time, and she had like 5 kids, and I said, well, if your 5 kids are watching from the foster home, you know what I mean? What would you like to tell them? And she, and that's just a real thing, you know what I mean? And she goes, matter of fact, they are watching. The foster parent knows I was going to do this. I told him, and then she just starts, just talking to her kids, bro. That's in a foster home, bro. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. But anyways, okay. So you're addicted to the lifestyle. Fucking, you're going to school. You got to put the face on, too.
Yes. And, I graduated with an accounting degree, and I got recruited to one of the big 4 consulting firms. If anybody knows accounting world, it's pretty big. Johnny Chang mentioned that his friend works there. So, go watch that episode to see what, about that. But, yeah, so now I get into, and I got a tattoo on my neck. So Mr. Negrete knows. So when I got when I was going through the recruitment process, like I would stop at Shamrock Social Club, and I would put makeup on my neck. And, Mr. Negrete was like, that's, he was laughing at, but yeah, so I had my neck tattooed. I would always have to wear makeup. I would wear the Kat Von D tattoo, like the makeup to hide the tattoos, so
yeah.
Yeah, and then I just got, like a culture shock, like acclimated with corporate America, and I'm just like, fuck, like this is brutal,
And you had to cover up that tattoo to be in that world.
Yes.
Were you asked to, or did you just didn't want to even cross that bridge of them telling you anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
you know,
for sure.
It's a real conservative, prestigious firm, right? Like, you know, so it's just like I could read between the lines, you know, because you know they're smart. They can't just tell you stuff like, oh, we're not gonna hire you because you got tattoos, right? They'll just give you some kind of bullshit.
And you don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, exactly. So
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a smart dude. You're calculated.
Yeah, it's street smart. You know, I'm watching people. You know, so it's crazy. So when you cross the line, right, or you know, especially like the Tijuana place, like you know, in the beginning, you know, they're watching me, right? Hey, taxi, mi amigo, Hong Kong, bro. Now I'm so comfortable in Mexico.
This is what you're saying.
No, they're saying that to me.
Oh, they know you.
No. Did they just see like a guy that's not Mexican? They'll ask you, "Do you need a taxi?"
To Hong Kong.
Because everybody probably goes there for that.
Okay, there
right?
you go.
But I'm just
Okay.
like, I'm not going for that. Like, I got so many people down in TJ, so
Yeah, you got people down there now.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I just go to do other things. You know, I don't go to Hong Kong. You know, but
Yeah.
But now what I realize is they never ask me anymore. I think they're so street smart that they watch me and my body movement is so comfortable in Tijuana or Mexico in general, right? So they don't even ask me. It's kind of like, when I've never been to prison, but when my friends would talk about they know a fresh,
Fish when they see one.
yeah, it's kind of that same concept, I think.
Yeah,
You know, they see my body movement.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I mean, they don't even ask me for a taxi. I'm like, sir, I need a taxi. Like.
So now you got to ask for a taxi. Yeah.
I use Uber now, but yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying,
No,
right?
it's super interesting, but yeah.
It's super interesting, yeah. Yeah,
Because
so-
now, without you even knowing, you're like, damn, how come these dudes ain't asking me no more? And then you're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shit, this is my hood now, or something. You know what I mean? Or I'm accepted here now, or they see me, the way I'm carrying myself.
Yeah, and what I learned from that is when I was in the university, I would just study this professor, right? Like the way they probably study me. So I'm studying this professor like this person is like lazy, I guess. I don't want to say that, but I could read this person, right? So when it's exam time, can you imagine they're making you read like this? What's going to be on the exam? Do we have to read all that? Like, I already knew. I already figured out this professor
that was teaching you.
Yeah, I already know what he was gonna ask me. Just because what he was talking about, I would just pay attention to this person. So like I picked that up in Mexico. Just watch somebody.
Good judge of character.
Yeah, listen to this person. And then I already knew how he was gonna give the test. You know what I mean? So I think that really helped me during college.
100%. Well, someone said recently, I believe it might have been on this podcast. I said, hey, that's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Amen. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up and listen, pay attention, study.
Yeah.
And it will all be told to you.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So I learned that. Huh?
No, I was just you said you were coming from TJ where they were watching you, now switching to this corporate position where you were maybe going to compare to them also watching you in some way, or at least looking at you like an outsider or something at some point.
Maybe because I guess because I'm from a blue collar family, so I probably at the time I wasn't really cognizant, right? It's kind of like negative attitude. It's like bad breath. The person that with the negative attitude, they don't know they have bad breath, right? So I was probably, when you hear somebody talk, you can kind of tell the level they're at or maybe what they're about. So at that moment, they probably figured me out, like, this guy's like. Because the girl that interviewed me, she was kind of telling me, like, hey, you used to be bad, huh? I was just like, what do you mean? She's like, we already know. She already figured me out. She's like, you used to be kind of like a knucklehead, right? I was like, excuse me? Like,
pardon me?
Yeah, like, pardon me? Like, yeah, so they probably knew, but, I was stable.
Bro, you can never get around bad breath, huh?
No.
You can't, bro.
No.
Bro, I knew this chick. Right, she was out of Compton, and I was on a sick one, bro. And she used to pull it from Compton to Highland Park, you know what I mean? And she was great time to hang out with, and I would do her like this, bro. At the time, I fell off a little, slipping on my game, bro. And I'd use her car, and I'd fucking, go fucking do my little deliveries and shit like that. And sometimes I'd be gone for fucking hours, dog, on that tweaker shit, bro. Hey, I'll be right back, you know what I mean? Next day I'm back, you know what I mean? She was a great chick, man. She was beautiful. Everything that you'd want to see in a young Latina, right? But you can smell her stomach from her mouth.
Yeah.
I think it's called gingivitis. Is it gingivitis?
I'm not sure. Bad breath.
Is it gingivitis, brother? Bro. And I was just like, damn. Ain't no getting away from that. I don't give a fuck how bad she is. Couldn't get away from the brat, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, where were we?
I think we were talking about you just basically getting into the corporate structure and kind of
Yeah. And she
looking
was
at all of it wide-eyed, right? Once you got in and
Well, the chick was telling him she used to go like, you used to be bad.
Yeah.
Used to be bad.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is during that interview, she told me, "Hey, Jun, do you know what you're not gonna regret on your deathbed?" I was like, "What kind of interview is this? This is crazy." I was like, "I don't know, you know."
Yeah.
She's like, "That I should have worked harder." So it was a warning of how much I'm gonna be working, right? So it's a different kind of like working, you know, like. Shout out to Mexicans, you know, it's a lot of physical work, right? I can't keep up with that. You know, hey, pay everybody more. You know, they work their ass off.
But your brain works like that.
No, that corporate structure is more like it's just mind. It's just you're working with your brain,
Exactly.
right? Yeah. So I'm just like, oh,
It's a different labor.
it's a different labor. Yes, that's
Yeah.
why I respect all types of work because work is work.
What's your favorite movie, bro? Wolf of Wall Street.
No,
What is it? Is this a Wolf of Wall Street environment? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish it.
Yeah. Maybe Scarface, Ex Machina. I like science fiction
Okay.
a lot. Blood In, Blood Out. You already know.
And that was super random too, and I apologize, bro. But I'm just like, fuck it, we're on some Wolf of Wall Street shit right now. You know?
basically what you entered into, right? Was it kind of like that from watching that movie and then kind of like thinking back to it?
Yeah. So that. Yeah, I mean, I post stuff on my Instagram, right? And I just show like office views, and I was just like, whoa, you know. But yeah, what else? Yeah, I like all kinds of movies. I don't really watch movies like that anymore. I really don't, you know.
When you were with the prostitute, did you guys snuggle and watch movies?
No, I was just straight callejero. I was out in the street.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I was never, you know,
What does she like to do besides sucking dick and fucking?
eat sushi.
Eat sushi. Does she have any
Come on,
hobbies?
she likes to eat.
Does she have any other hobbies? Like she's like weird, bro. Like what the fuck? What are you doing? You knitting a sweater? Like what kind of shit is this? You know what I mean?
No, we used to always go to like antros, you know, like party, like clubs, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty
she
much.
was just about that life.
I guess.
Like if it ain't got to do with a mini skirt and her titties hanging out, then she ain't fucking with it.
Yeah, I was probably like that too. I was like, man, this is boring. Let's go to a club. Like I was just like, you know,
Yeah.
like I was alcoholic. I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
You know. So
And how is that life, right? But real quick, bro. How was that life during that time right there in TJ, bro? Was that shit just fucking lit, bro?
yeah, it's the best time of my life. You know, I had a great time.
Do you got to be careful with the individuals that are around there, bro? Of course you do, right? But how? I'm sorry, I'm asking the question for you because I'm excited about the conversation. I apologize, but bro, we watch. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. We all seen Narcos, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. I hate to say it like that, bro, but it's crazy there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but it's like it's the way you conduct yourself, right?
Yes.
So I have a photo shoot with Mr. Baldacci come in, and the reason why I chose to do a photo shoot with him, thank you so much, Mr. Baldacci, is
Shout out to Baldacci.
Yeah, shout out to Baldacci. You know, he has all this crazy tattoos, but the way he is, like, oh my God, like a gentleman.
Yeah,
The way he conducts himself.
yeah,
That's how I got to conduct myself when I'm in Mexico. But I think a lot of people, like, they don't know how to conduct themselves. So they'll be like, a lot of American people, they're very opinionated, right? They're
Yes, sir.
very, oh, that's so wrong. Like, you know, I was watching like haircut discrimination videos at the company. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, that shit's crazy to me.
yeah.
Right? So, like, you know, if you have very strong opinions and you go to like other countries, that's rough. You know? So, like,
It ain't gonna go over well, huh?
yeah. So I just, you know, I just kick back and just watch the show, like, you know, like what's going on, and just
Shut the fuck up.
I just shut the fuck up, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's it. Like, you know, like,
Yeah, you didn't see nothing.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
yeah, pretty much. You know.
That's
So,
good, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a testament to your longevity, right?
Yes,
And-
I think that's why I was able to survive, you know, because I used to watch this show called No Reservations with Anthony Bourdain, R.I.P.
Yeah.
And the way he conducted himself was amazing to me. He would be able to go to every walks of life,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, whoa. He talks about like don't be judgmental, you know. So I was, you know,
Just be cool.
Just be cool. You're the guest, like, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't
You're
be
the
a
guest.
Yeah, don't be a fucking. You don't live here, homie. There's just that's how they do it. Like, just, you know.
Take notes, motherfuckers.
Oh, you like that one?
No, I do like it, bro. Like, that's the problem, bro. That's everybody's problem. That's been my problem in times in life. What happened? Got too comfortable. Don't ever get too comfortable.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ever get too comfortable, motherfuckers.
Yeah, so that's why I like Culiacan, just like I love it because there is that danger fact. That's why I love Mexico, because it's like it's raw, right? Like death might be around the corner. So you appreciate life because you're like, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, right? In Japan, it's such a developed country. Everybody's safe. Everybody's comfortable. When you become comfortable, you become sedated, right? So I'm watching America. All of a sudden, everybody loves anime. Back in the day, you watch an anime, you're getting punked.
Yeah, for sure.
All of a sudden, anime. Why is that? Everybody's sedated. Everybody's comfortable.
Yeah.
And they can't really do anything anymore, right? Everybody's like an employee mindset. You're an entrepreneur mindset.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why I like to try to preach entrepreneurship. And yeah, I love the way Mexican people hustle down there. Like, man, we gotta go get this money. We can't just sit there. Oh, like I gotta go look for a job, man. We gonna flip this freaking papitas, man. That's what we gonna do. Like we're just gonna, their hustle is just salute. I love it.
Absolutely. There was a Chinese population, I guess back in the, I don't want to say back in the day, because I believe it was just years back, many years back. I believe they tried to move into Mexico City, and Mexico, maybe the residents or the people at the time were like, no, fuck that. So let me know if you know any about this. But they moved out into like a rural area that was just kind of fucked up, where nobody wanted to live at, and they were living underground. Did you ever hear anything about that?
No, but I know there's a lot of Chinese people on Mexicali. It starts from that railroad, right? They built the railroad, and the U.S. supposedly kicked them out, so they went to Mexico. So they got their Chinatown in Mexicali.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Chinese in Sinaloa too, in Culiacan. Like Tomateros, the baseball team. Oh yeah, I got the hat right here. But the owner's Chinese, Chino Lei. And yeah, Chinese.
Chino Lei.
That's
his name?
Yeah, and Lei, they got Lei. Hey, where's my Sinaloenses at? You already know. But they got Lei Market. It's their family owns all the supermarkets there. So Chinese people in the back making moves. And I would notice that too when I go to Volaris and I would go on the airplanes. Like I would see like a Chinese like business lady. Like, man, it's like, man, they're moving. Chinese people, man, they you know what I mean? They know,
they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Good Chinese food right there too, I heard.
In Mexicali or Sinaloa?
I heard Mexico City. There's a lot of Chinese food right there. A buddy of mine, my boy, I'm sorry, bro. I know it's super like...
He's like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's super random that I'm throwing stuff
Mexico
out there.
Mexico City is a huge culinary hub, though, for...
Yeah. A buddy of mine, our first guest, Hoodstock's first guest, Brown Lucci moved to Mexico City because he was tired of this shit out here, and he moved to Mexico City. Now he's got shout out to Brown Lucci. We've lost a little bit of a contact. Oh, he's got a wife out there. He's got a son out there. The boy's missing a leg from a motorcycle accident, kneecap down, but he would just tell me stories about just like loving that lifestyle. Which is like an old school lifestyle, He's like, look, you just dress down, man. You can't dress splashy, man. You just dress down, and I don't know. He shared a lot of cool stories. But go ahead, brother. I apologize.
June, if I could interject, so
yes.
If we could get back into maybe some of this timeline here. I mean, you get into one of these one of the big four firms, right? So you're probably dealing with like trillions of dollars in this company, right? They probably have a huge caseload with like some amount of money that nobody's ever seen on a computer screen, right? I mean, what lessons did you learn, being there?
Great question. Thank you so much. So, you had that attorney on your show, right? Mr. Doug Sherrod?
Yes, sir.
So, that type of work, right? It's like all abstract and it's very like expertise knowledge, right? So what I learned is if someone tells you something or your time, like I really appreciate time and someone sharing their knowledge with me, because a lot of people who don't understand that kind of professional field, they'll just be like, oh, so, tell me some tips. How can I do? Bro, you got to pay for that, but it's not like tangible, right? It's not like tattoos or haircuts or manicures. So you can't really see the finished product. So it's just having a conversation. So your podcast is creating value through conversations. So yeah, that's what I learned. So whenever you're speaking with somebody, don't take that for granted. Just learn as much as possible. Time is money. You know, we only got one life to live. Let's be productive and positive, and let's try to be happy. You know, that's what I learned from that experience.
What about mindset? Did you learn anything about mindset and?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, one of the partners, he found out about, me, and he was kind of interested. So, yeah. So I actually took him to Sinaloa with me. Yeah. True story. So anyways, yeah. And I'm speaking with this gentleman, right? And everything that he's telling me. So scarcity mindset, right, is a real thing. And, when I was a child, hometown buffet, I don't know if they have that in Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day, so my dad would be like, hey, if you don't eat at least 3 plates, you paying. And I'm like 8 years old or something, So my dad would be like, just like, hey, eat up. You never know when you're going to eat this good.
Yeah.
So I had that mindset, right? So I would tell my boy, like, we went to the Plaza Machado, right? And I think it was like breakfast, and he got a chocolate cake, and he took one bite, and he was done with it. I was like, you didn't like it? And he said, no, you gotta have discipline at all times, June. I was like, well, you never know when you're gonna come back to Sinaloa again, right? And what he told me blew my mind. He said, what? Why? We can come back here next week. Abundant mindset. That shit blew my mind.
Abundant mindset.
Yeah. He said, why? What do you mean? We could come back here next week, bro. I had that scarcity mindset.
And you call it scarcity mindset?
Yeah, because, you don't never know when we're going to come back again.
100%. And that's something that your pops had instilled in you. But I think in general, a lot of us have that. I think
exactly.
I might have that. Bro.
Yeah, everybody has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so God bless my dad. My dad's amazing. That's why that Johnny Chang video really hit me, because he said that when there's two people that think they're right, but there's like conflict, right? Yeah, it was something of that nature. But yeah, so I just really humbled myself and appreciate my parents now. So like, the relationship I have with my parents are pretty good. Yeah. And
Good to hear, bro.
yeah, thank you. And so scarcity mindset versus abundant mindset. The way this guy thinks is just a whole different level.
Can you give me give us another example of an abundant mindset?
Sorry, I should have done my homework. Let me try to think.
I think it can be. We could probably even think of one together, but it's not a big deal, bro. But just an abundant mindset. I mean, just like there's a yeah. Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah. So, anyways, these companies, right? I don't know. They had this class where they would teach you what to eat to be the best efficient worker. That shit blew my mind.
Wait, say that again. They would what?
They have classes. They have training facilities where they would tell you what kind of foods to eat to be the most efficient worker.
Okay, what kind of foods? And who's teaching you this?
The company.
The company that you work for, which is one of the biggest dogs, the 4 biggest firms.
Yeah. So just a whole bunch of stuff that I learned there was just amazing, right?
That is crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
Break that down for me a little bit. Like what? I mean, what power foods, purple foods, vegetables. I mean, what are we doing, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just kind of simple, I would watch people eat too, and they would just eat broccoli with beef or something,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just completely different, from hometown buffet to, because I remember they took me out to lunch in downtown LA, and I looked at the menu, and I think I ordered salmon or something, right? And when the plate came, it was like this.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? That's all they're gonna give me? I'd rather be poor then. I'm going to hometown buffet. But it's quality over quantity.
Yes.
Yeah, so I never thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's so crazy. And it's always really my son, I'll say this. I don't want to put a name on anybody. But, okay. One of my baby mamas, all right? Her family, her sister, and a certain side of her family, they were a little. Her sister that married this dude, very proper, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, very proper. And I remember we went to Damien's. Damien's a steakhouse in Glendale, right? Years ago, with the Damien's, And I always knew that they were just like, so when I went to dinner with them, you know, kind of like just being cool, bro. You know what I mean? You know, not over the top, just staying in my place in a sense, right? Having manners. And it always tripped me out, bro, because I'm just like, shit, what the fuck is this? Is this like they would never finish their plates. None of them would finish their plates, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm over here I'm looking at my girl's plate at the time, and I'm looking at their plate, and it's like, I'm being a fucking pig, bro. You know? And so I'd always, and then during the time, and my mindset was to judge them for that. Oh, it's a white thing, or it's a this, that, or you feel what I'm saying? You know, like I just instantly want to be an asshole. Like, what the fuck? You didn't even finish your fucking steak? We're at a steakhouse. Like, and only just eat a little bit of their food, you know?
Yes.
And it just, and what would you, and so this kind of connects to what you're talking about, right?
About a class on how to eat and be more efficient at work.
Yeah.
Well, why do a lot of us always want to clean the plate? You know what I mean? Is it being a glutton? Is it being not having discipline?
I think it's all the above.
Yeah.
And what I realize is, okay, so in Mexico, I can't really get deep into it, but I know some people, right? And man, they are like military mind state. Like, I'll be like, hey, ¿quieres comer? It's like, they're never eating. I've never seen this person eat, right? But I said, hey, it's because you got to be always on point, huh? Siempre pendiente. He said, yeah, you got me. So this guy's always on point, like always just like clockwork, right? And he doesn't eat. And you know when you eat a lot, you just feel like you know?
Yeah, you lay comatose.
Yeah, yeah. So I've seen this in Mexico too, where, you know, they're just really on point, like, oh shit, like.
So that's a universal thing.
Yeah.
It's not a white person thing.
Yeah, so, you know, he's.
Seems like it may be a class thing partially.
Yeah, or, maybe, it's social class, yeah.
Social class.
Yeah, social class, for sure.
People, would you say people with more money they're gonna like have a little more discipline?
No, I don't think so, because my cousin in Japan, he's rich as fuck, but he's a fat ass.
Yeah. It's an individual thing.
Yeah, I think so, for
Maybe
sure.
Maybe like they say, like, rich people don't cry over spilt milk or something, kind of like that.
But for sure, rich people have a different mindset. It just blew. Like, there's this neighborhood called Rancho Santa Fe in San Diego. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
Oh, my God. Culture shock. You know, these are like $100 million houses, and I get invited, and I'm just like, whoa. Like, I don't even know what to say. I was just blown away.
Yeah.
And we're in San Diego. Like, I didn't even know this place existed, you know? Like, that just blew my mind, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. So I think we have too much. So I'm all about sharing. And going back to Sinaloa, I think that's why the people love me over there, because I just show love, you know? Like, I go down there, like, for us, like a house with a pool. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not like, whoa, right? So I go down there and I just get like a hacienda, like a mansion, because it's pretty cheap down there, you know?
Yeah.
And I show love and I just invite everybody, you know? And just like, you know, they work all day. They're just hard workers. So they don't even know how to have fun. They don't even know, hey, what do you want to do? They're just like, I don't know. They don't know, because they're just working all day. So I just show love and I start talking about like finance. And then I think last cycle for the crypto, I just told them like, hey, I just got money in crypto, you know, Bitcoin. And they were like, what the fuck is what? You know, they were just tripping out. But just the fact that they know I have good intentions, they're like, okay, I'm gonna put some money into crypto. And you know how it just went up?
They trust you.
They trust me. Yeah, trust. Yeah. So I think that's the most beautiful thing. Trust and just, I don't know, just showing love. And how much ribeyes can we eat? You know, I just rather share it with everybody else. Like, you know, I just take like 2 slices, everybody eat 2, you know? Like, that's how.
I mean, there's gluttons everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then there's
people with scarcity mindset, right?
Yeah, and then there's people with I mean, is it intellectual thing? Or it's
I think so.
It's an intellectual thing.
Yeah, so
in regards to just not finishing the plate.
Well, not just the plate, but I think the way people use their money. So what I realized was this.
Yeah.
Let's say that you are born like a regular guy like me, right? And I didn't have financial education. So money comes in. Okay, I got money. What am I going to do? I don't know anything. So what I'm going to do is what I'm used to. Mickey's, you know, cigarettes, blunts, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But once you give a person like financial, like, you know, knowledge, right? Like different investment vehicles per se, right? And they understand how they can use it.
Yes.
So it kind of like you unlock like the door to this small cell that you live in.
Yeah.
Right? Because of the knowledge. It opens up, metaphorically speaking, right?
100%.
Yeah, so that just blew my mind.
Well, you know, you sound a lot like a little bit of the Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever read the book.
Robert, I've never read the book.
Yeah, and it's a great book, and he just talks about basically, you know, having money work for you. You know.
You know what's a better book I recommend? It's called A Millionaire Next Door. Okay.
Ooh, let's write that down. Write that down for me, Edo.
Yeah, so it's a book. It's a case study book of all self-made millionaires. A lot of immigrants, right? So they would come over. They know immigrants work harder. They hungry. I seen it in Culiacan. These guys are hungry. They work. They're not scared of work. They love working.
Yeah.
So they would come to America, become self-made millionaires. But when their kids are born in America, guess where they go get education? In America. So their kids are becoming consumers unless you go to like a private school. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they know down the line that family wealth is all going to disappear anyways because they have that consumer mindset. Yeah. So in Japan, they have this saying, family wealth disappears in 3 generations. So I get a lot of klecha from Japan too. Like Japan is, can you imagine how old, like Yakuza, right? The Japanese mafia, they've been around for like 500 years or more, right? So can you imagine generation after generation, right? Klecha, klecha. This doesn't work.
They're keeping it going.
They're keeping it going.
That's
It's
why they've been around 500 years.
legacy mindset.
Yeah.
Legacy. What is your legacy? Family legacy, Hoodstock's legacy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a different kind of mindset. You're not thinking like, what am I going to do next week? It's kind of like, what am I going to do in 100 years? Like, that's pretty crazy, right? You know? Yeah.
And there's people that really think like that.
Of course, yeah. Yes.
And including myself, sometimes I just can't get past the next week. You feel me? Like I'm sorry to admit it, but sometimes when you live like week to week, paycheck to paycheck sort of thing, you know what I mean? That's how. I mean, I guess that there's a lot of people. I think society, the world needs people to live like that. Like not everybody can have the legacy mind state because there's not going to be anything in the middle, right?
Yes, and you know,
like they're not going to be McDonald's workers.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that, but there's some people that started McDonald's, but they end up somewhere else. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I had a conversation with one of my friends, but it's kind of like religion, right? Like, you know, people talk about like God, and some people are like, I didn't even want to hear about that until I started suffering in life. That's when I was like, damn, like I started believing in God, right? But if someone's not ready to listen about God, it's just like, man, this Bible thumper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with finance. When I'm, talking about this stuff, I get this a lot, man. June thinks he's better than us. They're not ready to hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they're not listening to the words coming out your mouth if that's their thoughts, right?
Yeah, exactly. And my way of thinking is like, man, I'm sick of you fucking talking about how much you hate your job. And you gotta, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, let me put you on some game.
Yeah, go start your own shit. Like, but it's getting harder now, right? Because rent's so expensive.
Yes.
It's just hard to even get it started now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't have no wiggle room to really do anything else.
Exactly.
And you need capital to
yes.
take risk.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So everybody's kind of like, so what I realized with, Mexico is like, man, can you imagine we're working together instead of like blaming each other? You can have it all. I have that in Sinaloa. I got people that trust me. In TJ too, and I just share everything with them, and the love it comes right back, and I'm able to just move, like so.
Do a lot of people probably come to you for advice in regards to, finances and stuff like that? Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, not just finance, but like I talk about like some school's not for everybody, so I try to make it where it's digestible, right? So like self-sabotage, I would just be like, not everybody offs themselves, but everybody self-sabotages in some way, right?
100%.
So I would just watch this person and like, what's their self-sabotaging habits? It's all about habits, right?
Yeah. Smoking, drinking.
Yeah, if you have that kind of money, why don't you go put it in a stock or some kind, what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use that money elsewhere.
Elsewhere, yes. You know, buy some Hoodstocks merchandise. Support your, you know, friend. You know, like I would rather buy your stuff than go to Nike.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would talk about like macroeconomics, microeconomics, right? So, excuse me.
I don't know what that is.
So it's great. So I have a conversation in Culiacan, right? Let's say that there's a lot of people that want to live like Americans, like Nikes, for example, right? I had a conversation with one of my people down there. She bought an iPhone, right? So they would make like $15 a day, right? But the iPhone is not cheaper in Mexico. It's the same price. So you just bought $1,000 phone when you only make $15 a day? So I started doing the calculation, right, to show her. You know what happens is it's kind of like intervention, I guess. They start having berrinches, like a temper tantrum, right? They don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You're about to freaking work like a slave for 2 years just so you can have an iPhone, and guess what they're doing on TikTok? Not doing shit. What is the purpose of that? You're just consuming. Now you're just a zombie, watching TikToks and Instagrams and feeling insecure about yourself. You know what I mean? They're just like, what the heck? It blows my mind. So I try to help people like that. Like, what is the purpose? You know, I just start asking the right questions, cause like kind of like what you do. You know, try to help out. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, self-sabotaging.
What is the option besides for that particular? I think you're talking about a woman, a female, or whoever that was. I mean, what is the option if cell phone? What is the option? So if you give them all this, you break it down from, and obviously it doesn't make sense. They're going to see it doesn't make sense. So what is the ulterior? What is the alternative? I'm sorry.
Great question.
Yeah.
It all comes down to influence now, right? So I'm trying to make education look cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm all blasted like this because I'm not trying to get the regular person's attention. I'm trying to get people like me and you.
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? So it's just like, man, I'm right here getting my hands dirty with you, but I want to explain it and make this look good. Because, when I invite them to like these haciendas, like these are straight fucking G's,
Yeah.
Like, man, they love it. They're like, what the heck? And I love being able to do that, to just pay it forward, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
But I feel like school, like, especially like law books, it's the language itself is pretty boring, right? When you read like textbooks and shit.
It's hard sometimes to understand it.
It is. It's a different kind of, it's English, but it's not, right? Or,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, yeah, I just try to make it where it's digestible, and I try to make education look good I'm still the same old June. I still go back to my hood all day, you know what I mean? Shout out to Kelly Street, but I still, try to give back, and, I try to like make education a positive thing.
Absolutely. But you're very. It seems like you're very frugal, like with your spendings. You're a minimalist. It seems like. Are you that? Or no?
No, it depends.
You got to a point where what I mean. You've been able to afford these things now, so you enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, and my tattoos. It's a very esoteric, right? So in Japan, I met these mobsters.
Okay.
Right. So I had a little tattoo on the back of my neck, and so when you have tattoos in Japan, you can't go to like spas or swimming pools or gyms, right? So there's spas specifically for people with tattoos. But I didn't realize that all the people that go there are all fucking gangsters,
Oh shit.
So I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, okay, it's for tattoo people. So I go there, straight gangsters, Yakuza, tatted, fucking, like, whoa, So esoteric means like, that phone call that I called in with Mr. Negrete?
Yes, sir.
The artist's name, right? They know who got the money. So esoterically, like, it's kind of like flaunting my wealth by getting great tattoos by the top dogs.
100%.
Yeah, but it's very esoteric. It's not like something like a gold watch where, it's a Rolex. Only the people that know.
They know that shit was probably 100%.
Yeah, so it's like hidden wealth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so would that be a good analogy of the way you kind of live? Hidden wealth?
No, yeah, it's like, you see it like the epidemic of social media now, right? Just like people are just doing too much. And me being a numbers guy, I'm just looking at this like, full of shit. Everything's full of shit. Everything's full of shit now. That's why I like being in Culiacan. I like Mexico because it's real.
Yeah.
What we need is necessity. Enjoy my friend's company or whatever, None of that, all that extra shit.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I can calculate in my mind. You know, rich people have different problems, but being like around people like that, I can hear. Just by hearing somebody talk, I could tell what income bracket they're in.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's freaking crazy. It's like a curse.
Unless they're a fucking rapper, then, right?
What were we talking about earlier? We were talking about tax brackets and the tax code and. Sorry. And the tax code and how it benefits more businesses, and you have the employee mindset. And if you're using TurboTax, you know, you could automatically call someone in a certain tax bracket.
Yeah, so it's just like it's for entrepreneurs, right? Tax code. So it's like I said, it's kind of hard, like you were saying, to get capital and you know. So yeah, the tax system, if you can understand it, I encourage everybody to learn taxes. You know, it just encourages entrepreneurship. But then I think like you would have to juggle with like percentages, like ROI, like, you know, what I get off on now is like, you know, foreplays like, honey, June, your investments ROI just went up 126%. I'm just like, damn, baby, that sounds dirty. I love it, you know? Yeah. It's just
levels, baby.
Yeah, so I try to help people like understand that in an easier manner. Yes.
Do you ever gamble cards, poker, anything like that? Blackjack?
Slot machines. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, shout out to all my Asian homies. Shout out to Donkey from OKB. You already know, that's my boy. Shout out to Money. You already know. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I was addicted to. I had all devices.
Yeah.
That's how I know all these things.
Yeah.
Barona Casino, San Diego. I was high limit slots. $1, you know, lines. You know, I was spending like $20 for minimum, $200 for max bet. So I had all that addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I know these things. Like everything's a rerun to me now. Like I've seen so many crazy stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I know that the only way is the positive way. You know, uplifting each other, you know? A lot of people are just full of insecurities and put each other down. I'm not really with that. I'm all about let's just educate ourselves and, you know, because I'm not frugal. I mean, I'm frugal, right? Like I could just eat like Tic Tacs all day, you know? But when it comes to like certain things like ink,
yeah,
I go hard.
100%.
Yeah, I go hard. Like I don't like,
We
you
can
know.
see.
Yeah, I don't go.
Beautiful work, bro.
Thank you, brother. So yeah, I don't like. Was that? Oh, it's gonna be like whatever, right? No problem. Here you go. So you have to be smart. Like what? So it's like every financial situation is different, right? Like what do you want? So it's all about what you have to know yourself, right? You got to take a good look at. You know, right now everybody's like, oh, I'm going on vacations. Like that's like the new thing now. It's not about buying stuff anymore. It's about going on vacations.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, I got my girl's best friend is always like, they're always going somewhere, you know, her and her dude, and you know, it makes me look bad and shit because I'm just like, baby, we're gonna get there. I'm putting in this work. We're gonna be in a, you know, financially able to do that. And she's like, well, you know, we don't gotta wait for that. We can, you know, do it like this and still be able to afford it, so on and so forth. Yeah, a lot of it's kind of like
showboating.
Well,
in a way, right?
What's her best friend? You know what I mean? So.
Or just in general.
Yeah, just in general. I'm talking about showboating. Like a lot of people, I noticed that. Yeah. So I'm just always looking at patterns, right? So financial reporting or something, you just take a whole bunch of data, right? Which when it's combined, it becomes information, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. I'm just watching, like when I watch social media, I'm just, besides looking at tits and ass, like I'm looking at what people are doing, right? Friday's coming. Okay, what are they doing? Oh, they're at Mr. Tempo's. That place expensive. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's all about money in my head, you know? So
yeah, you adding everything up.
I'm adding everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, there's this thing in accounting, it's called SALY. It's an acronym. SALY. Same as last year, right? It's the illusion of people think like they're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
It's the same as last year.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing changed. That's why when you look back in retrospect and you talk to people and they talk about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, nothing really changes.
I've been doing the Sally thing for a few years with this podcast. That's why I just like, you know, I'm fucking sober, man. Just what sobriety looks right here on Hood Stocks.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sober, though.
Hey, congratulations. Me too.
I feel great, too.
Yeah.
I shoot these podcasts like nothing. I mean, I always felt like, you know, well, I started the podcast always with the vices. You know, it was really just day on the weekend. I worked the 40 hours, you know, labor, you know what I mean? And now I'm chilling out with whomever, drinking, smoking, and just going full speed on it. And so it became just the way I podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know how to podcast without it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the times that I did, I was like, you know, just like I wasn't clicking right. I was a little bit off, but now I just feel like great, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you know, I still smoke some greens and stuff once in a while, but in the past few podcasts, man, I've been like completely sober, and I feel good doing it like this. And now I'm just like, okay, like we got another one going tomorrow. We got another one the next day. Like now we can really work, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And then the positivity too, the positive side of that, and people seeing me moving like that. You know, it's how do you say it, bro? It's not infectious, but it's you know, people like seeing it, bro. You know, and it makes them maybe want to, you know, reflect on themselves and make some changes. They're like, fuck, if Lucky's doing it, shit, I could do that shit too, you know?
Yes, that's why I would like to thank you, because I've seen your growth. I've been watching your show for a long time, you know?
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, and I've seen it. You know, you got your laser, right? You got
Oh, yeah. I started lasing all this shit up, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, so I seen the growth, and it's just really inspirational. That's why I chose to call in, you know? It's, you know, and Mr. Negrete is that's my big bro.
That's your dog right there. That's
Man, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's one of the most amazing people I've ever met, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I just want to, that's why I started, like, you know, educating people. Like, for example, like language, right? If you're able to speak, okay, for example, Japanese people have a lot of manufacturing firms in Mexico, right? Due to like NAFTA, right? For example, so they have a lot of Japanese companies, but I didn't realize how popular Japanese culture is in Mexico. So can you imagine a Mexican national being able to speak Japanese? This guy doesn't have to look for a job. He could just go to these, you know, these manufacturing firms and just get a top-notch job just because he speaks the language.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, just like being able to garner skills that can be monetized, right? So I tried, language is one of them, finance is one of them, right? You know what I mean? So I love education.
And so you're a professor.
Yeah.
You're a professor. Go ahead.
Okay.
Speak a little bit on that.
Yeah, so I just started my own thing because it's called Mi Academia Japonesa, which is, you know, it's crazy because I had a YouTube channel and all my shit got deleted.
Why?
I didn't know. It just said it violated community policy guidelines or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appealed it, and it was crazy. I'm teaching, you know, finance, Japanese, English, and it got deleted. And I had another one. It was called Club Tatuaje. So I was trying to do something with a tattoo. I love tattoos. So I was trying to talk about the positive impact it had on me, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to talk about having guests, you know, do my own thing, but it said that I violated a criminal organization policy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think it's because of my tattoos. You know, I got I got El Mayo Zambada también, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, peace for Culiacan, Sinaloa. It's crazy down there. It's wartime over there. It's like, I felt like I was in fucking coronavirus again. Everything shut down. You know?
Why is it shut down?
Because of the war. The narco war?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything like closes early now, and everybody's kind of scared, you know?
And so how is it being, you know, and I'm not going to ask you to speak on any details or anything like that, but being in an environment or being out there and in the midst of a war like that, you said everything's closed down. I mean, so basically, you know, there's no federales around there trying to, like, they can't, I mean, let me rephrase this, bro. It must be pretty fucking crazy, I'm gonna say this in layman terms, bro, to be out there during that time.
Yeah.
Like you said it's like that right now?
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Yeah, so that's why I want to document, like, you know, my not adventures, but my kind of life down there.
Can you be with the camera out there? You can be there with the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I know the rules. You know, I'm not over here like, hey, like, look at this. You know what I'm saying?
But because they know you out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but
It's
not
a small city,
Yeah.
super small.
exactly, and they know you.
Yeah, I'm the only Japanese guy that looks like this. You know?
Yeah, but so you can be there with the camera. But if someone just popped in with the camera, they're gonna probably get jammed up, right?
Yeah, probably, maybe. Yeah, they don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. I'm not over here like showing. I'm just showing like, oh, these are the graveyards, or you know,
Tell me about the graveyards, bro.
Oh man, that's freaking insane.
What?
So
Yeah.
yeah, they have like $1 million graves, right? And like during like Father's Day or something, they would get like banda, and they would just, it's crazy, like Day of the Dead and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like a city in there. And I don't know, it's just a different kind of world out there, but I love it. I don't know, there's something about it that I just love, Yeah, Culiacan, Sinaloa, but they love the Japanese stuff too. So I was just like, I started a ghost kitchen from there. You know what a ghost kitchen is?
No.
So I read this article where the restaurant, okay, let's say, so I read this article, right? Let's say they have a Chinese kitchen, right? So there's one brick and mortar location, but on Uber Eats or something, they would have like an Italian food, hamburger, Chinese food, whatever kind of food, but it's all coming from the same kitchen. So when I read that, I was like, that's freaking amazing. So, I got people down there, right? So they got like a pizzeria or something.
Yeah.
We're going to sell some ramen from out there. So it's a pizzeria, but on the digital landscape, it's a ramen store. Para llevar, for takeout. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so I started doing that because I ate the ramen down there, and they asked me, hey, how's the Japanese food down? How's the Japanese food? Do you like it? I just said, dishonor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, let me hook you up with some real Japanese ramen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but takeout only because it doesn't really exist. It's a ghost. That's why they call it a ghost kitchen. Smart, right?
Super smart.
Yeah.
But they can find it on the app. They can order through the app. Or
Yes, correct. Yeah, that's smart, right?
Through the iPhone.
Yeah, through the iPhone. Yeah.
$1,000 iPhone.
The
Just
2-year
got to order
iPhone.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Talk to him. I got to take a leak.
yeah. So yeah, I just teach people like ghost kitchens to other people, and people just share stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems very lucrative. I mean, at least here in LA, that's huge, and that's what they all run like.
Yeah, they do, right?
Chick-fil-A's, Wingstops, all this stuff coming out of the kitchens. They didn't even have interesting like setups too, where there's like lockers, and you either scan or you show your phone, and it pops the locker open with your order, and they just grab it and they go.
Yeah, that's crazy. So everything like that is always gonna people are just gonna copy all over the world.
Yeah. And then that's definitely a lucrative business to get into, right?
Yeah. So yeah, but another interesting thing, I think Mr. Lucky would probably want to hear about it, because I get this a lot. Like, dang, you get like all kinds of crazy like tattoos. Like, they always ask me, do you take your shirt off there? But the reaction that I get when I'm in Mexico is like, man, people are like, hell yeah, like they love it.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people, they just have like imaginary like evils, like they just make stuff up in their minds type of stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
What? Imaginary evils?
I just gotta take these show notes right here. I'm taking these show notes. What do you think about that, Lucky? He's gone.
Yeah.
But man, I think we really want to know, like, to continue the story, right? Is you were in that accounting firm for X amount of years, and what happens between then and going to Mexico, or was that in a short amount of time?
Well, it's like remote. Accounting is one of the first. Yeah, accounting is a job where you can do it all remote.
So you were saying you were doing it in Los Angeles, and maybe this was during the pandemic. It allowed you to go remote.
Yeah, everybody's remote. Yeah, but then, everybody's trying to get back into the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that. So you may or may not still work there.
Yeah. So the thing is this. A lot of people, it's just like, I don't know, people don't like entrepreneurship. People like playing it safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, just pretty much, if you're at a job for 4 or 5 years, you pretty much know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Go start your own thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about, actually, which was very interesting. We were talking about that. Like, people who start their own business, they know one thing about the business and they don't know the rest of it. Right?
Yeah, it's structured like that on purpose. It's like compartmentalized, right? So if you want to start your own business, how can you start your own business? Think of it as like a jigsaw puzzle, right? You can't get the whole picture. You only know certain parts of the jigsaw puzzle, right? So a lot of people wouldn't know where to start. So so another reason why I started Club Tatuaje is I wanted to help tattoo artists or barbers or people who do like, artists or manicures, right? Like develop their business acumen. I had a conversation with one of my good friends, shout out to Cam Rackham, that, think of it like this. Okay, you get a painting, right, from Cam Rackham or something. You could put that on a homeowner's insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's these type of things. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm helping other tattoo artists, painters, kind of understand that aspect of the business, right? Because a lot of artists, they didn't go to school for a reason because they don't like that stuff. But I try to help them out, like give them pointers, like what you can do besides tattooing, right?
Yeah.
Because the tattoo game is saturated right now.
And it's also on a low. Freddie Negretti was saying it's a recession right now.
Exactly. That's why it's like.
Well, just because of it's saturated.
Yeah, that too.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's saturated.
And also too, let's be honest, like the economy's been kind of fucked up and shit. So I think we're headed in a good direction right now, bro.
Well, apparently it's supposed to be the golden age of America. So.
That's what this orange man is telling us.
He's telling us that. Yes, I mean definitely will probably take some time, but I mean
It's going off with a bang, bro.
That would definitely affect everybody else.
I like some of the things that he's implementing in regards to you're either man or you're fucking women, and all these other that shit was just getting too wild, man. It was just, and what's crazy too. I'll say this, man. Trump has really affected the social media world, man. Like all this month, we have had full monetization. I've never in my life, and never in the life of podcasting, bro, have we had full monetization an entire month, no questions asked, bro. And you know why? Because there's a different administration and they're pushing a different agenda. Even Mark Zuckerberg said it himself. He said, hey, man, the man that said he wasn't doing this is now saying, hey, man, we're not going to be tripping on, we're going to let the platform, he said, he's going to let the people talk their shit, freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's,
still rules.
There's still going to be some rules, but it's going to be a whole lot more flexible than it has because that woke culture was just fucking, and I don't want to go down that, but it was just, come on, bro. It was getting way out of hand, dog. That woke culture, man. Everybody's offended. Come on, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, that's why they closed my stuff down, right?
Yes, 100%, bro.
I was like,
you should open it back up. I think it's a good time to whatever you were doing. It's a good time to start doing it again, bro.
Petition it.
No, just start it over. Start a new channel, dog. Start a new channel, and then I'll share your channel, bro, and we'll get the numbers up, and I'll help you get it moving, bro.
Thank you, because so what I would do is, you ever heard of a website called Fiverr, where it's like you hire, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So I took that idea and I just outsourced the jobs to people in Mexico. Like, okay, I need to get video editing. I only have 24 hours, right? Can you edit this video? And I just shoot you some Bitcoin or just, go to Western Union, So I try to give money, to my people down there. So, they can't even buy a computer. You know what I mean? Like, that's a luxury.
I mean, $12 a day, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Well, it's not for everybody, but yeah, I got people that are kind of still making that kind of money, right? So if they can't have the resources, how do they even move forward? So I'm trying to do my part, like, hey, we're gonna get a computer, and you know what I mean? I'm trying to
you're gonna learn this application right here. You're gonna go to YouTube College, watch every single video on this. And I hear you too, brother. I hear you too, and it makes sense because shit is outsourced all the time.
Yes.
Look at fucking Alibaba or whatever the hell.
Yeah, well, like you were saying, everything's compartmentalized. Wow, compartmentalized.
That's a hard word to say. Yeah.
I guess right now it is for me, but you can't do it all. Like you said, you have 24 hours. You can't be the accountant, the laborer, the like the advisor and the salesperson, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people, they're scared to get on camera, right? Because a lot of people, they're shy, or confidence is earned. I would have never been able to do this a couple years ago because I was just like, I didn't have the confidence,
Well, there's a lot of podcasters or they don't do live like this. Because when you do it live like this, you can't take it back.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I like it.
And it's crazy because I was talking to a buddy of mine, man, owns a big company in Los Angeles, whatever. I don't want to say his name. I was going to say it, but I ain't going to say it. But anyways, he was like, man, he goes, hey, look, that's crazy, man. He goes, you do that shit live too, man. That shit's wild. You do that shit live, you know? But there's a lot of dudes that do this, and they fucking, even some of the best, some of the greatest podcasters, they edit their shit, bro. They don't do it live. You know? And whatever works for them. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you worked your way up to having the confidence to do what you do, because obviously you've had the confidence in other areas, right? You know.
Yeah.
It's a different type of confidence. To talk live, be able to feel secure, feel free.
Yes.
Not worried.
Yes, and I feel like I gained that confidence because of I think Culiacan did that for me. You know, like.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And then I got really grateful because imagine I'm an American guy going to Culiacan, right? So my parents came from Japan to the U.S. So can you imagine? It's just like, damn, this is how they probably felt, like immigrant kind of, you know? So I'm able to understand my parents more.
That's sick, bro.
You know? And I was like, man, it's rough, you know?
Yeah.
Like, man, it's rough out there.
It's humbling.
It is. But I had the best time, you know? But, yeah, man, I was like, man, there's, like, no doorknobs and shit. Like, they got, like somebody's underwear, like, you know, like, to close the door, I'm just like, damn, like, okay, let's go get some doorknobs. Don't trip, it's on me. You know what I mean? That's just
doorknobs for everybody. You get a doorknob, you get a doorknob.
I was just like, who's the peeping Tom here? You know what I mean? That's some, you know, but I was just joking. But yeah, just, it's awesome. Like over there, you could leave with your like doors open, you know? There's like slot machines like on the street, like for, you know, the tweakers and shit.
Oh, yeah. Like they have them out here and shit. They got the little gaming spots.
Yeah, the gaming spots.
Yeah, but that shit's like out in the open though. Like,
oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, it's looking crazy. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, so people ask me, why do you have all that shit tattooed on you? But I'm looking at it from a financial perspective, right? Where like we're talking about entrepreneurship is more difficult now, right? Yeah. So who's really the bad guy?
Yeah.
Right? So it's all about micro and macroeconomics, right? Because it's all about import, export, import, export, import, export. You get what I'm saying? Maybe off camera, you know? But it's just like I just see the like the money flow all day. Because, you know, at work, you just look at flow charts all day, right? So you got to kind of show the flow charts, you know? So, I just see money.
And so since you are educated in this and you understand these charts, now you apply it across the board in life.
Yes. So let's say that we own a taco shop, right?
Okay.
And we got to get the raw material, which is like the carne, the tomatoes and shit, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting that money. Hopefully somebody owns the, mom and pop store, so, we pay them. So the money is, always circulating.
Yes,
but when there's a big company that comes in, right? Let's say Nike, for example.
Yeah.
Right? People have that artificial appetite for those type of goods. Mm-hmm. Slowly but surely, that money is getting sucked out of that flow. Yeah. Right? And they just bring it over to the, so it's all about import, export. So I try to teach people that, if you're making $15 a day, I don't know if you should be buying freaking Jordans.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go help your local businesses out, maybe.
But sometimes it can, and I hear you too. I hear you 100%, but sometimes it may put them in a position, to get the next job, the better job,
Or get that pussy.
The position that, they say, I had this dude, I forget what class I was taking, but he'd always say, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, And so sometimes, people, and it's mostly the people with less money that want to be quick to dress up.
Yeah.
Status goods.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I know some people with a lot of money, bro, and you look at them, it's just like, damn, bro got a raggedy ass t-shirt on, you know what I mean? He dresses down,
Yeah, I'm like that too. When I'm in Culiacan and I go to like these, these upscale restaurants per se, and I just go like, with shorts and shit, and they're just like, they're kind of like, they're embarrassed a little bit. But then like, the manager comes out, everybody's watching this guy, and they come to our table.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because he knows you.
He already knows.
Yeah.
So it's just like, don't trip. Like, you can wear shorts if you want to. Like,
yeah.
Like, they're so worried about other people's, opinions, right? If they like them or not. Most people don't even like themselves. So who gives a shit? That's how I think.
So I got a buddy of mine. He's a lender. He owns a lot of houses out here, bro. Own company, everything, right? Mm-hmm. And he tells me this. So I go to his office and we sit down and we talk, bro. And he's one of the sweetest dudes ever. His name's Andrew, right? Prime Equity Mortgage. Yeah. He's a sponsor of this podcast. But he's just a nice dude that was raised right, bro. You know what I mean? Like there's not like he's just, there's not an asshole bone in his bite. Like I say things sometimes, bro. You know what I mean? We were looking at my house through his on his computer, right? You know, and you know, he was just looking at the property, right, from the, you know, the what do you call it, bro? From the
Like the sky view, like satellite.
Yeah, the satellite. Yeah, the satellite, the aerial view. And he goes, oh shit. He goes, you got a jumper back there? Oh no, trampoline, right? And I go, yeah, I got a trampoline right there. And he goes, oh, you kids just like it. And I said, yeah, my girl likes it too. Sometimes she goes back there and she jumps on that thing without a bra on, you know? And I said, I'll just sit there and drink a beer and watch her, you know? And I say just random shit like that to him, just so he's like, and he shakes his head, bro, like this motherfucker, you know what I mean? But anyways, he's like, hey, you gotta get a car. You gotta get a nice car. He goes, I think you need a G-Wagon. You gotta get a G-Wagon. Look at these G-Wagons, man. Ain't nobody got these G-Wagons right here, around here. He goes, you gotta get a G-Wagon. Then you gotta get your guy with the drone, and you gotta show, you know, you gotta show these people, show your audience how you doing it. You know, and I'm like, well, bro, but I'm not doing it like that, dog. I can't afford a G-Wagon, bro. I can't even afford a fucking old G-Wagon, bro, because they're still fucking expensive. You know what I mean? You know, there's levels, but he always, you know, and he's a money guy, bro. He's a number guy, you know. But he just he sees what I'm doing, and he feels that I need to do it like this. Like I gotta show people a certain lifestyle.
Yeah,
you know.
I think.
What do you think about that?
I don't agree with that. I think that's how people. I mean, think about it. Like I'm a Japanese guy, right? I could have been anywhere in the world: Tokyo, L.A., New York, or whatever. Why did I choose Culiacan, Sinaloa? Leonardo da Vinci says there's simplicity is sophistication. Keep it simple. That's what I do. Back to the basics. I don't do all that extra stuff, you know, and I'm just, you know, when people have a conversation with me, they'll know, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I don't have to put a, you know, costume on. It just, I am who I am, and I feel like you're doing it the right way. That's why I like being with you, because you're a real one. You're a real one. I don't see the clothes or the G-Wagons or any of that. That's why I didn't buy a new car.
Yeah.
No,
go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, I could buy a new car, but I was just like, what is the point of that? It's just, it's sitting in the parking lot 23 hours a day, right?
But you know you got it.
Yeah.
And Instagram, everyone follows you on Instagram. Know you got it too. Hey, so I was about to buy a new car, and I wanted, you know, conversations with, you know, my buddy and Andrew, and you know, I want to experience the finer things in life. You know, I threw a lot of my life away, bro. You know, like a ton of years of my life, bro. I'm 47 years old, and I was like, damn, I want a foreign car. You know what I mean? You know, so I was looking at the 5 Series, I was looking at the 7 Series, and the more, just recent, bro, the more I went into these parking lots, in and out of these car lots, and then, fuck, bro, I've been addicted to the like car gurus and all these different apps. You don't even gotta go to them. You can just go right there, bop, 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 bop. The more I went to these lots, the more I realized that I'm good, bro. That I'm good, you know? And so what I'm gonna do with my money that I have, bro, is I'm gonna get my girl a little mommy makeover, bro. Cause she needs that. She deserves that. She wants that. You feel me? You
like a BBL or something?
Not a BBL.
Liposuction?
No, maybe just like a tummy tuck and some little things, you know what I mean, like that. Because, you know, she keeps on shooting out these kids, bro, you know what I mean? And your shit's just, I mean, just like a, you know what I mean? Stretch marks are everywhere, bro, you know what I mean? So, and I wanted her to feel good in a bathing suit like she did, you know, when she was younger, bro. You know?
That's good. I respect that.
Yeah, you feel me? You know, so.
Feels like it hurts, though. Oh, God.
Well, hey, you know, these girls are going to do what they got to do, you feel me? And thank God for technology and these surgeons that, you know what I mean, they can turn you back into, you know, what you want. It's used to, you know, potentially look like, you know what I mean? Or which, you know, before you had the kids, you know what I mean? I think all women should get that, bro. You know what I mean? If you get flopped the fuck out from all these kids, you know what I mean? And, you know, your ass is going this way now, you know? You know, and fuck, bro, you know what I mean? Shit, you can get that. But anyways, I know it would make and I was like, you know what? Fuck my new car. Let me take care of my girl right here, because she always takes care of me.
That's beautiful. I love that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think people people on the screen don't understand how big that is for Lucky, because once he has his mindset on something, it's very hard to persuade him otherwise. Literally, it's impossible. So that's huge, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I'm I've been very compulsive, you know what I mean, in my life. If it's a good decision, bad decision, whatever the decision is what the fuck I'm gonna do right now, you know? And I'll just pop it right away. But
yeah, I have a crazy story. So the guy that taught me a lot of the stuff, the partner, the millionaire, right? This guy doesn't own a car. Think about that. That shit blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
This guy knows every freaking credit card. What's this and this and this. He just Ubers it everywhere. That's freaking crazy.
That's
you know,
sick, yeah.
it's crazy. So when you get to see the belly of the beast, I guess per se,
Yeah.
it's just like, damn, everything's an illusion. You know, it's just fake.
It's fake.
It's fake. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. That's where I thought. That's from my experience. You know, I mean,
Well, and as the further we get into the future, it becomes more and more an illusion. Like life is an illusion. It's what people want you to see. Like, you know, Instagram is an illusion, right? Some people, they just show you what they want you to see or what they want you to believe, but in actuality, you know what I mean? It's not real, bro, right?
I rolled up in a bucket, and I got no shame.
I thought you were gonna spit the verse. I rolled up in a bucket. Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
But yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
even when you go on a date with these, you know, they're always doing this.
Yeah,
What is it? It just blows my mind.
yeah,
Like I can't just enjoy a meal without being, you know, like,
yeah.
Without the camera eating first.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, you know, when the food comes, right? I just say itadakimasu and I go for the food. They're like, oh my god, okay, wait, I gotta record. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that shit just blows my freaking mind.
Yeah.
So when that happens, man, I do the Irish bye. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm out.
You bounce?
I'll bounce.
You bounce on them.
That's on you.
That sounds like something I'd do, bro.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely a new status signal in the social media realm. Right?
Yeah, when most of it is
Posting
fake as shit.
photos of food, you know,
Yeah.
is a status symbol.
So that's why tattoos are amazing, right? Because, you know, if you see somebody like doing all this extra stuff, but their tattoos is shit, you already know this motherfucker ain't got no money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, I lasered my whole fucking shit off, bro.
Damn.
I lasered, bro. I got so much shit lasered out. I lasered both my arms, bro. Blah. The only original shit I only have, bro, is probably just like my chest. And I've lasered my entire freaking neck, bro. And then I tatted it up again. And I lasered that bitch off again, bro. I've lasered so much. I lasered both sides of my head, bro. Lasers the side of my face. That shit hurts, bro. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I was like, fuck, man. These fucking tattoos are fucking horrible looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were just like tattoos on top of tattoos.
Yeah.
They were just like basically like back in the 90s in the penitentiary,
Yeah.
like, you know, my boys just like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, you know, some of them, you know, they practiced on me, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was just like, fuck it, dog. Yeah, just put that shit right there. Oh, that shit came out all right, fool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, I'm a team player, bro. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But yeah, and then I would put another tattoo on that because it wasn't shit, you know. And anyways, bro, so it was hard to get some of these tattoos off. But now I got some like decent ink, bro. You know,
that's
decent.
good.
But I wanted nice ink. I wanted decent ink.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know it's crazy. So I like to work with a lot of the old school tattoo artists because their work ethic is crazy. So my longest session was probably like 13 to 15 hours.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Just getting blasted 15 hours straight.
Yeah. Were you awake?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Remember Freddie's talked about how basketball players be doing it? They get fucking anesthesia or whatever, and then fucking like there's fucking like 3 artists working on the dude.
Yeah, so this is where I'm frugal. Like people talk about like numbing cream. Like I think numbing cream is pretty expensive. It's like an extra $40 to $100. I was like, man, I'll just keep the 100, man. Just keep it going, you know? Like,
Yeah.
So when it comes to like certain stuff, like I don't, you know.
So what I've done, and I've been clowned on a little bit, bro, but I'm like, homie, I already earned my stripes, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Homie, like I've ordered the numbing cream on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I try that shit. I'm like, shit, homie, as many times have I been tattooed with that single needle, and then when it's got the burr on it, dog, the single needle, the guitar string got the burr on it, and it's got the hook. I've been tattooed by fucking some bullshit. I've taken some serious fucking pain a gang of times, and so shit, I'm like, where's the numbing cream at? I don't even say where numbing cream because I got it in my pocket. I don't give a
I brought
fuck,
my
yo.
own.
I brought my own, bro.
Hey, how do you feel about Jack Rudy's passing?
Oh, rest in peace. I forgot to mention that. So, yeah, I was supposed to remember I told you I was going to get tattooed by Mr. Negrete today?
Yeah.
But, you know, because of that passing, you know what I mean?
Ah, man.
Yeah, that's a huge loss, you know. My condolences to his family, friends, and loved ones. Rest in peace, Mr. Jack Rudy. Thank you so much for everything.
Absolutely. And I didn't know he created the Mongols logo, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did you know
No,
that?
I didn't know that because that logo was fucking hard.
Bro, he created the shout out to all my Mongo homies, man. Shout out to Highland Park chapter. You guys already know how we do it, man. It's family right there. But yeah, that's crazy. I've heard the dude's name like throughout the years, but you know, when you're kind of like on the street doing some street shit, committing crimes and on drugs and shit like that, you know what I mean? And the dude was older too, right? He was older, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was in a. Anyways, I think I've always heard the dude's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's super famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Household name for sure.
Yeah, before social media and all that shit, like I've heard his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He old school.
He's old school. Yeah.
I'll say this. I got that cream for you. What the fuck, bro? Motherfuckers. He ordered baby oil too. Steven, you fucking asshole. I think Steven just said a minute ago, he's like, Lucky ain't playing with a full deck. Fuck no, I ain't. Lucky got his donut laser. These fucking assholes, bro. I love them, bro. You know what I mean?
Lucky got his tramp stamp laser too.
You should grow a Mongol ponytail, Lucky. No, dog. It's not happening, my dog. I think this has been great, brother.
Thank you so much.
And I want to thank you so much, dog, for, you know what I mean? You got here early, bro. You were patient. You waited us for to get here. And it's just, this was just amazing. We can, anytime you're in town or you want to run it again and just talk some more stuff. I mean, I feel like we just only barely scraped the surface, bro.
I mean, yeah, you definitely have a lot to talk about.
I'd love to have you, bro. Whenever you have time, come through again, and you would chop some more stuff up, bro.
Yeah, and it's like this is my first podcast, and yeah, just like I have so much
plethora.
Yeah, adventures, you know.
Yeah,
so
adventures, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like I feel like I should be more organized. I should do my homework better, but yeah, it's kind of like a freestyle today for me.
No,
too.
100%. Yeah, and I knew that. I knew that we were just, and that's just how we usually do it, bro. But sometimes I'll give advice to the fellas, and I probably didn't do that with you, and I apologize. But sometimes I'm like, hey, bro, make yourself a roadmap. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
make a roadmap. Make notes. You know what I mean?
A flow chart.
A flow chart.
We were kind of doing that as he got here. Right?
That's why I was tripping, because I hit all kinds of traffic. I hit a couple of accidents, and I was just like, fuck. Because I wanted to spend a little bit of time. You know what I mean? Because you're like, you know, I think we both planned on chopping it up, obviously, before the podcast. But it's all good, bro. This was great, bro. This was amazing, bro.
I mean,
we got a lot of good clips coming out of this. You're gonna be buzzing big time through the internet webs, bro.
Yeah, so people are gonna love you, bro. Tell us where they could find more of you, you know, and where you're at.
Yeah, so my YouTubes both got deleted, right? But you could find me on Malverde_1904 for that big SD. Malverde_1904, right? And my other Instagram is Mi Academia Japonesa, mi.academia.japonesa. So that's my academy online, and yeah, you could catch me in Sinaloa or TJ. You already know, you know. Shout out to, you know. So if you ever want to come to Culiacan and experience that whole, you know.
Would I be okay? Would I be good?
I'll go with you. You know what I would do? I would just meet with you at Cross Border Express on the U.S. side.
Yeah.
And I would just, you know, we could plan we could sit next to each other on an airplane.
Can you imagine me and this fool just get kidnapped together? That'd be a fucking good ass fucking movie, bro.
No.
What the fuck? What happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're okay.
Depending on my fucking my Japanese brother right here to save me, and he's just like,
Tell him what I'm saying in Spanish. Tell him.
This is my translator right here.
When I start speaking Japanese, everybody's lost in translation.
Oh man,
it's like a comedy movie, right?
100%.
Yeah. So whenever, if you want to, you know, it's, you know, like I'm about to go to Mazatlan for carnival, you know, and
What kind of carnival?
it's like a yearly carnival, and just like the beach, you know.
Is it fun?
Man, I love it. Ain't nothing like it. Like Cancun is like catered towards like Americans or Europeans, like you know. But Mazatlan is straight, you know, Mexico. You know, everybody from Mexico goes there. So you know, I'm gonna hit that up and I'm gonna get like, bro, it's cheap. You know, you could get like a nice 20-room mansion. Can you imagine 20 rooms? It's like Scarface stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
How much?
Maybe like 1,200 for like a few days.
Wow.
That's crazy. And it's private beach, private pool, jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Straight Scarface style.
Yeah.
Forget about it, man. You know?
Hey, my dog.
Yeah.
I'm down, bro. I mean, what would you give? Because you kind of like, if you could give advice to someone going out that way, what would be? Because a lot of people are worried, bro, going out that way. You know, I mean, it's dangerous, bro. Right?
You attract who you are, I think. Right. So work on yourself. Right. In Mr. Freddie Negrette's, did you read the book? His book,
No.
Guns, Gangs.
No.
And sex, as Lucky calls
he
it.
says sex. Yeah. He talks about that a lot of immigrants come to America to escape something, right? But if they don't work on themselves, that seed grows in America. So I've noticed that too. In the beginning, I was a scumbag, I guess, right? And I can't escape the scumbag. You cannot escape who you are. So if I go to Culiacan, I'm gonna attract scumbags because I'm a scumbag.
Sheesh.
Yeah, your vibe is your tribe is your vibe. You know what I mean?
Your tribe is your vibe.
Or, yeah,
absolutely.
shout out to my homies Vibe Tribe, you know, Eastside San Diego. You know, I want to give them a shout out. But yeah, that's great. So I noticed that once I became a better human being, I attract better human beings. Back to the bad breath. You know, people who don't really take a good look at, you know, do self-reflection, you know, get right with God. You know, it doesn't matter where you go. You could go to Tokyo. You're still going to attract some fucking scumbags.
You know what's crazy is this is the first time ever in my life that I've really tried to make a change in my life, bro.
Yeah, I love it.
On everything I love, bro. But I've always reflected. But you can reflect all you want. You can wake up every time after you do with a hangover and be like, fucking dumbass motherfucking Lucky, and laugh about it a little bit or whatever the fuck. But if you don't make the change and you just continue what do they say about the person that just keeps on the definition of insanity?
Oh, does the same thing over and expects a different result?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
And
kind of
that's
like
what I've been doing, bro. But, you know, and I thought I was like, oh, I'm good. I got a job. I went to school, bro. This, that, the other, you know. But I've been just carrying on my bullshit to different levels, but I'm just not going to prison now. You feel me? Or now I'm not doing hard drugs or the hitting the pookie, or I'm not robbing, you know, but it's still like carrying over to my life, you know, and I seen that, you know, patterns, right?
Yeah.
Flow charts. Right?
Yeah, it's crazy because my ex-fiance from Culiacan, right, the one that I told you about, she hit me up recently, and she was talking about like, bro, I've known her since 2019. That's like 6 years, right?
Yeah.
That's probably what the parole board probably is like, okay, we heard this shit like since 2019, you know, like day-night. She's saying the same shit. So it's like, you know, she thinks she's slick or something. You know, hopefully she really means it this time, you know, but I moved on with my life. You know what I mean? But I wish her the best. But it's crazy. Like, everything she's saying to me, I've heard it because I'm sober, right? So I remember every time she said the same line.
Yeah.
It's just like a cycle. So I'm glad you're breaking the cycle, you know?
Yeah, I think I'm finally breaking the cycle and just in the simple things. But the simple things are huge.
But even the car thing is huge.
Yeah.
Being
That's
able to
huge.
change your mind, like, bro, fucking hats off to you, Lucky.
Yeah,
That's
because I always want something like I indulge like everything's drugs, you know, like
I'm like that too.
Indulge, bro. If it's drugs, pussy, food, everything, you know, just fucking, yeah, man. We gotta have control of ourselves, man. And you know, and I've been watching a lot, and like the end of last year, I was watching a lot of like Johnny Chang's online sermons and stuff, bro.
He's great.
The dude is a fucking G, man. The way he breaks stuff down and the way his analogies and everything is absolutely amazing. But not only amazing, very empowering. He's empowered me, and I talk to him all the time, bro. You know what I mean, through text and stuff like that. Dude is really helped me. You know what I mean. And so, man, we're just gonna keep up the good work, man. Keep on moving forward.
Hey, amen. That's great.
Thank you, Jun.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you for having me.
Hey, we're out of here.